pouring rain. I had a plan. I had a future there beside me. Every night you were there to guide me. You felt like home, but now I don't belong. I don't belong now, baby. Our love was real, but now it's just a ghost of a memory. We had our thing, but then you go and cut me so deep. Ooh, child, you're just a ghost of a memory. You took my heart, you took the better part of me. I don't belong now, baby. You took the better part of me. You took it all from me, baby. You took it all from me.
Hey now, what's up everybody? Sunday, what a day. And we are here for our weekly edition of Ack the King, and then torturing ourselves with gameplay until
Love it. I love it.
There's a tip. Atlus, you love this. How you feeling, my friend?
Feeling good. I'm feeling great. I love to be here.
It is nice to have you with us here today. Now, you know, today's the day I am so gone from the internet for all of the day, for a good reason, by the way. You need to have some time off, my friends. It's always a good idea.
This is true.
But then I get here, I get in the office, as I call it office, it's just a room that I'm in. But I get in the office here, and it's all about PWR. This PWR character is taking over my fucking timeline. Who is this gentleman at Atlus? Please.
Dude, I don't know anything about PWR. I keep seeing his name pop up, and I'm like, who is this Dan? I usually try and not follow them. They're twisted and sick individuals. I'm here to laugh at the guy, personally.
Yeah. It's pissing me off. Anyway, no, here's the deal. So people said, yeah, I got to follow PWR. I got to get my PWR stuff because he is an interesting character. So I have taken the steps required to apparently have an audience with PWR, which means just being friends with him on Discord because he takes calls for his show, Atlus. So
You're a bold man.
Well, everyone's doing it. I thought I got to get in on that, so I'm going to try to call in next time there's a show.
Okay, LT, hear me out. If they were all jumping off a bridge, right? Would you jump off said bridge?
Listen, there's so few times you could do prank calls in this space, and I'd love to do it. Like, prank calls are. I mean, I love prank calls, but a part of me, as much as I am a troll, I don't want to call a pizza place, people working hard, and do prank calls, right? I don't want to do that.
Right.
But if it's a fan of DSP, I have no such qualms about prank calling. So
you know what? That's fair enough. You get to do your thing, and it's harmless. Okay,
exactly.
All right.
So someone sent me today. He did a stream today, and I was just saying, like, what interesting came from this. Everyone in chat's detractors. That's like everyone. It's just every name I recognize, basically. And this is, I don't know what they're doing. I just found this funny soundbite.
Real fans in here. I'm done freaking yelling at you effing detractors. You guys want to play the freaking game? Relax. Have my chance to say screw the detractors, but I'm not going to answer all your freaking stupid. Okay, if anybody says Brett fart. Timeout?
Yeah, that's my new rule too. If anyone says Brett fart, timeout. Tired of it. But anyways, this is, I don't know what they do. I know kind of Sav seems to be like egging him on. And I think
and Laura Diaz, I hear. I know Kino did a little bit on him the other day, but I didn't get to finish the clip. That's why I'm uninformed, and then I just didn't find time.
Yes, so we'll figure it out. I don't know what's going to go on from this. I'm not up to my PWR lore, but let's just say the wheels are in motion, so I can call next time he's on. I will try my best. Big us, by the way, Cockamoga, the cock of the walk, Cockamoga in the house here. Thanks so much for the gift bomb, dude. What do I have here? What do I have? This is from when Mega 64, because last week I did the show about DSP's like let's say one-sided beefs, and DSP had a problem with Mega 64's satire video. He made fun of them. All of then Mega 64 fans shit on DSP, and then many years later, DSP said sorry about that. And this was Mega 64's response. No need to apologize. Your comments made our night. It is hard to navigate the online world sometimes, especially as we change, and our environment may not have always rewarded our growth as people. But in the end, we are on the same team. Thank you for the kind message. So there we go. Mega 64's wholesome response to DSP. But very anyways, wholesome, let's go. Let's fucking go. All right. So we're going to... If you can believe it, we didn't finish this one fucking last week. Every time I see we didn't finish one, it pisses me off. So we are in Ask the King episode 45, part 3. We have to finish this today, okay? Don't let me not finish it, Atlus. That's your fucking job. If we don't finish
I'll stay here till it's done.
Okay.
Damn.
We're finishing this bitch tonight. So then we got to move on. I think we're almost to the halfway point, if you can believe it. And it's only the halfway point. It's kind of a scary statement to say, but here we go.
I'm already crying about our loss here. I'm gonna miss it. It's a shame it's so close to an end.
Here we go. This is the second episode after moving into Renton, Washington, if for context, and the titles are Remake, Narrative Games, Kojima, and Game Life Balance. Let's go.
Okay.
I don't know what that's gonna give us.
Mail, motherfucker.
All right. Here we go. Have some fun. The episodes do get longer. Yes, Frog Machine is right.
All right, everyone.
Started with a tight 30 minutes was a long episode. Now this one's 45, and they get to an hour as the time goes.
Yeah, those are the ones I remember watching, like during the summers in my car, just those playing forever. Yeah.
Yes, not fun. Let's go.
Welcome to part 3 of Ask the King, episode 45. I definitely recommend that you watch part 2.
Oh, definitely. Can't miss the previews.
I definitely
all the content.
You're gonna miss all the content.
I definitely recommend that you watch parts 1 and 2 first. Lots of great questions that were answered. Lots of information was relayed. It's very important. Now on to part 3, and we've got tons of questions to get through, so we're going to jump right the hell into it. Okay. Next question is from Brains. That's how he spells it. Okay, and his question is, hey Phil, I'm a longtime fan and follower. I was just wondering what your opinion on Capcom is not releasing a brand new Resident Evil title, which had been rumored for months, but releasing a remastered version of the Resident Evil remake. With rumors of Capcom struggling, the next step for them would have been to remake Resident Evil 2. Not only have fans been waiting for it for years, but they'd also jump to buy it. I feel a remastered version of a remake that we already got 12 years ago isn't the right direction Capcom should be taking, as Resident Evil 1 is the most re-released game of theirs anyway.
Oh my god, man.
Listen,
Just
Capcom,
get help,
Great question. Great question.
Is in a downward spiral. Capcom
downward spiral, yes.
Unfortunately, one of those companies
Obviously.
that I don't know if anything's going to save them. Even when they
They're not
say
gonna
they're going
make
to do
it.
something
They're
and then they
fucked.
don't do it. You know, they rumored after Resident Evil 6 came out, and critics panned it for saying it was too action-based and this wasn't a survival horror game.
ESP loved that game, by the way.
Capcom announced, all right, the next Resident Evil, we're going to go back to our roots. We're going to try to make it more traditional survival horror. That was 2 years ago. We've heard nothing from them. Now they announce, we're re-releasing the first game again. And it's like,
okay,
how many times can you freaking re-release the same game? And I agree,
didn't like
you had
that
the
remake
original version. There was
myself, but that's personal
agreeing.
preference. Because I like the way that they remade the second one. But they didn't do it like that for the first one. They really did just remake the game, like remaster the game. So
Doom Messiah adding context, Capcom was in trouble around this time. So yeah, if the internet was saying that, DSP would pick up on that easily because that's his favorite thing.
People hated 6 and Street Fighter 5 apparently didn't do good if you listen to DSP, right?
There you go.
The director's cut. There was a GameCube version. I believe there was a mobile version at one point. There was like, you know what I mean? And how many times? And so this new version that Brains is talking about, they're taking the GameCube version, which I believe they said was like 70 to 80% new content and 20% original content from the original Resident Evil 1 game. Okay. And they're going to update it to HD visuals. And that's it. So an HD re-release of a game that's been out for 12 years.
Yes.
Is this going to do really anything for Capcom?
I got to give them that.
I hate to say it, but I think Capcom is in such dire straits financially, they don't have enough money to dedicate towards a big budget title. They want, I'm sure they want to make Street Fighter 5. I'm sure they want to do Resident Evil 7, but they lost so much money. They pissed away so much money with that stupid DMC reboot, with Resident Evil 6 flopping, with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which flopped. It's just so many flop after flop after flop that they don't know. And again, keep in mind, they lost the Marvel license. So they could have released another Marvel vs. Capcom. Nope. Because after Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, they lost the Marvel license, couldn't afford to renew it, and now they can't make one of those. So what are they going to make at this point? Devil May Cry flop. They claim that they're trying to make a new Devil May Cry. Is it true? We're releasing Devil May Cry 1 in double HD. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to see what happens. It's sad that company who could do no wrong in the 90s is now...
Did we get 2 of those last week, by the way? There's another one.
I want to say, we got 2 of those. And we got the double thumb, like going upwards and then coming down with
up
the fart
and
noise.
Then down. Yeah. Here, we're getting ready. Nailed it.
We're really on our fart sound grind set out here, though. Like, that's 3 times in the same sitting for him, because obviously this is all one recording.
This is legendary. Well, again, he did it again. That was not the same one. 4, same episode. Oh my god.
Okay. He's now. Okay.
Hell of a follow-up. Hold on, let's get this in context.
Now, I guess we're gonna have to see what happens.
Okay, look at this in context.
Who could do no wrong in the 90s is now.
Okay, that's 1.
Okay, like a deflating balloon.
Double. Damn.
Next question is.
This guy's good.
From Let's Jet Go.
A real comedian. A real talent we've got here.
Do the visual joke and then explain the visual joke again and then do it again. It's a legendary move.
Hey Phil, since you said that you've ordered a 3DS capture device, and if you didn't watch part 1 of Ask the King, I gave you an update about it in there, so watch that part. I wanted to know, will you be playing the new Pokemon game that's coming out? Ooh. If I remember correctly, you said when you played Pokemon X or Y that you enjoyed playing the game. I think you would really enjoy the next one that's coming out, and I'm sure your fans would love to see you play through it, especially fans of the series. Why wouldn't he play
the next Pokemon game at this time? He plays every fucking game.
Well, little would he know, this is the one that would lead to him saying, people are fucking lazy. That's this one, right? I think.
Oh, yeah.
That would lead to that comment coming out.
Excuse me.
The DS screen during that video is incredibly iconic.
YouTube or anything, because quite honestly, I couldn't. They're always on handheld devices, right? I don't know if there would be interest in seeing me play Pokemon for a couple reasons. Number one,
they're
very
worried
long
about
games. There probably would end up being 100-plus part playthroughs that would take up a lot of my time versus doing other stuff. Number two, they're on the 3DS. They're not, amazing graphics or whatever.
It. This is definitely
Number three,
isn't
though,
it?
this is the most startlingly apparent one. They're basically JRPGs. And people just don't turn out for JRPGs. I'm playing one right now, Tales of Exilia 2. I'm loving the game. No one's watching it. Because it's a JRPG,
a decade
and they have
later.
this fucking stigma.
No, it's too early. Well, no, because my fans are fucking lazy. It's 2018. This is 2014. So maybe the next one we're talking about? Like there's a two...
Well, but like Doom Messiah said, this could be yesterday.
Well,
the
yeah,
fact
that's
that this
true too,
exists the way that it does is...
His fans hate JRPGs, yet he wants everyone to know how much he loves them. Therefore, at some point, you guys will also love them as well.
And people in Western audiences
The
don't
fact that
like
you could
JRPGs.
mix up multiple Pokemon playthroughs like that says a lot about the guy, I think. Because you could even do that with the last one on the Switch that he played. All that crying and begging so that they'll name the goddamn Pokemon. How embarrassing.
Also, I don't think Pokemon is a JRPG, in my opinion. Like, when you say JRPG, you don't think Pokemon gameplay, honestly, in my opinion. But I know they are factually JRPGs, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways.
Because it's a JRPG, and they have this fucking stigma, and people in Western audiences don't like JRPGs for some reason.
That's
so
not
I
true.
don't know if me playing Pokemon would
there's
translate.
a lot of people
I'm
that
sure
like those, actually.
Yeah.
Probably already tons of people who are playing Pokemon already, who've been doing it for years. That being said,
hey,
yes, I did.
David says, I just hear that's gay when I hear JRPG. That's a simple man's take, David.
Play Pokemon.
Open your horizons, David.
Y was the one I played, Pokemon Y, not X.
Y!
And I did enjoy it, and it is basically exactly the same freaking game that I played back in the 1990s. They didn't change it at all. It's really the same formula, very little differences, and I was able to basically turbo my ass through the game and just destroy it. I never lost a Pokemon fight. It was just domination.
Just
the whole
like every other game that he played.
And I don't know if people would be interested in seeing me play Pokemon or not, because again, it's a gamble. If I play it and then I don't play something else because of it, and Phil, why'd you play this boring, long RPG game? We told you we don't like those, and now it's like I'm damned if I do or I'm damned if I don't.
Why don't you just play the games that you want to play?
So,
no,
I don't know.
please.
If you guys are interested, again, another thing to leave in the comments.
Only people that get millions of subscribers can do that. You know that. Please.
All right, I just get lost in my dunce style ways.
And also, he said that legitimately, Andy. You can play whatever game you want, man. It must be so nice. I've never been able to do that. He said that to Andy in the DMs. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Comments to tweet to me at They Call Me DSP. Would you like to see me play this Pokemon?
Yeah.
Sapphire, fucking Emerald, fucking, cubic zirconia bullshit, whatever the fuck it's
cubic
called.
zirconium bullshit.
You guys remember that one. What a classic.
Great one. Nailed it. The pasta maker says, I have a problem with something always flapping out when I take off my pants. If you're confused, the LT asks Atlus. I'm sure he can relate if you cannot. The pasta maker, could you explain this? When you take off your pants, something flaps around. I've never had that problem. What about you?
No, don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, see, I keep my
Completely
things
clueless. All bones here. All bones.
Very compact package. There's no flapping. Not necessary.
Okay.
Very
Next
tight
question.
package.
Have you ever had an interest in encounters, boss or otherwise, that were specifically crafted to challenge the player on a higher level?
What?
With yourself being a fan of Final Fantasy, think of these super bosses. Have you ever gone out of your way to seek these in-game challenges? And if so, why? I recall you saying you don't gain
Maybe
a sense
this would be
of achievement
interesting
from
if I
doing
was a
such
Final Fantasy fan.
Yeah,
things, and that's from Bulzavar.
Big up Smitty Weberman Jensen says game intended for kids was too easy. I hope so, Dan. Yeah,
Well,
Pokemon stopped being difficult a long fucking time ago.
I guess what you could talk about is that there's two different classifications. There's secret side content, and then there actually are bosses put into certain JRPG style games that are incredibly difficult just for the sake of having an incredibly difficult challenge. So some come to mind.
Okay.
In Final Fantasy VII,
there you
I believe
go.
It was Ruby and Emerald weapons in the United States version of the game were insanely overpowered bosses. You basically had to grind your characters really hard, get the best abilities in the game, spam them in a loop in order to even have a chance against those bosses. Okay, I remember in It was actually Super Mario RPG. There was a hidden boss that was supposed to be like a boss from Final Fantasy, like an Easter egg, tongue-in-cheek, because Square Enix developed the game.
I never played that one.
And it was a hard-ass boss, but once you knew how to beat it, you know, it was pretty easy to beat,
I'm those people that don't like JRPGs, believe it or not. I'm them. Sorry.
You agree with David.
I didn't want to say it earlier.
Do you also hear that's gay when you see her JRPG?
No, not particularly. Well, sometimes, if I look at it, sometimes I hear it. But like most of the time, it's fine. It's just not my cup of tea. But there definitely are those out there.
Fair enough.
Just recently, some games I played, Lost Odyssey, had a secret final boss challenge that really was way harder than anything else in the game. And
I'll tell you one thing, I'm playing Suikoden because Chu made me play it, you know, because I was like, let me try it, you know, she likes it. And I'm finding myself, maybe it's old man and me coming. Look at this pause, by the way, legendary. Look at this pause.
Jesus, you're right.
Look at this. Come at me. Look at this pausing skill. But anyways, I'm trying to play Suikoden, and Chu's getting more and more angry with me because the game, you do have to menu. Let me tell you that. You do have to get your menus down. And I just complain, and then Chu gets pissed because I'm complaining about a game she loves. It's a whole thing.
You don't want to play Menu Simulator? Come on. Come on.
It is fun, but it's this. You could tell it's an old fucking game. But back in the day when you played, you didn't give a shit about menus. It's like, all right, I don't give menus. I love playing games. Yeah.
I like playing Menu Simulator. Menu Simulator, Map Staring Simulator. These are genres that I enjoy. I saw DSP today playing that Enzoi or whatever it is. That's got a lot of menus in it too, and he could not navigate to save his life. I was looking at it before the stream and genuinely a bit perturbed.
Yeah, there you go. People are agreeing. Look at everyone's agreeing with me in chat. Look at that. So you couldn't get slightly better at the menus, so you could realize you could have updated the menus. Yeah, there's so many times it's like, guys, we don't have to say, do you want to change your party? Yes. And then, do you want to add party members or subtract party members? Like, we don't need that step. It pisses me off. All right, anyways, we're not doing game reviews.
I almost beat it. I got this close to beating it, and then I fucked up, and he did a turn, and he killed me. The thing is, the boss literally takes about 45 minutes to beat, even if you've maxed out all of your characters. He's that difficult. So, I can understand why they're in the game. They're put into the game because they're seen as like the ultimate challenge. When you've beaten the game, you've seen the story, you've done the standard stuff, you like to have maybe an extra challenge.
So did you ever do that?
I remember in Final Fantasy V, which I never played.
I thought he was asking for his opinion on that.
No, he's giving out a history lesson of bonus bosses.
Do a playthrough of that at some point. Final Fantasy V on the Super NES, there's actually a boss at the end called Omega Weapon that looks like a normal enemy. And if you walk up to it, it'll insta-kill your whole fucking party because you're not leveled enough to kill it. You actually have to level your party up almost to max to kill this thing. And there's no reason for it to be in the game. You could just walk right by it and ignore it, and then you just progress on, you beat the game. If you kill it, you get like a bunch of experience points or whatever, but there's no reason to kill it. You don't get a rare item, there's no reason. And quite honestly, in Final Fantasy VII and all these games I'm mentioning, there's really no reason to kill those optional bosses. They're there just as a challenge,
fun.
not necessarily as something that is going to help you.
That's the fucking point.
Did you do it or not?
Basically, if you can beat those bosses, you've already mastered the game.
Yeah, so
they're nice Easter eggs. There's nice things to have in there as additional content. Do they, to me, I finally beat the hardest boss in the game. Do I feel massive accomplishment? Not necessarily. I will say this. In Blue Dragon, which I did do a playthrough of earlier this year, by the way, if you want to check it out. In Blue Dragon, there are some optional bosses. There's two bosses that
White Eyes Blue Dragon.
I did not beat.
What's that called? What's the Blue Dragon? Fuck.
White Eyes Blue Dragon.
Yeah, there you go.
When I was doing my playthrough, because they actually do take
not a Yu-Gi-Oh
player,
ton of grinding
and
Nubia.
Those are real chads.
a lot of effort in order.
Blue Eyes White Dragon is correct. Thank you, Iggy Oaks. Thank you.
To defeat these bosses. And I didn't do that. I did beat them in my original playthrough of the game off camera when the game was brand new, because I thought, wow, I could get an achievement points for it or whatever. And I really have to think that
I'm getting roasted in chat because we fucked that up. All right, you fucking kings that know about the correct name of Nubio character.
How I'm supposed to know? I wasn't alive. This means nothing to me, boss.
Me neither. Me neither. Come on. Look at this.
Of the achievement points or trophies as rewards for doing the super rare stuff has actually made people more angled to do them. Why should I kill the super boss if I get nothing for it? Oh, well, now you get achievement points or trophies to do them. Actually made people more angled to do them.
I think he was trying to say more
inkled?
inclined.
Yes, he said inkled. P-Wop, this is an
Inkled.
all-timer. More inkled, and then he changed it to angled. Both wrong.
Made people.
I was getting angled is not even the right thing to say.
No.
more angled to do them. Why should I kill the super boss if I get nothing
He
for
thought
it?
incline.
Well,
It's an angle. Gotcha. We'll just say that instead.
do it. So even though those things are completely worthless, some people.
So what
get
about you?
Feel a little extra push or a little bit of extra effort, and sometimes I'll be honest, I do too. Sometimes I'll do that collection quest, or I'll fight that super boss to try to get an achievement or to get a trophy for it.
Oh, I'll tell you one time about this. This is on topic. You said you never played Final Fantasy VII, right? You never did?
No, I want to play the remaster though. It's on my wish list. It needs to go on sale for a good sale.
You won't get this, but everyone in chat will, and they'll make fun of you because you don't get this. There's that one
Great, I
lake
love that.
where there's a huge snake in there, and it follows you. Its shadow follows you, and if it ever catches you, you're fucked. Like you got to come back and get him later. But my friend's brother, who is older, so you think he knows shit, says, no, you can actually beat him early. And I know you actually can, by the way, but it's insane. So you can't normally. But it said if you beat him early, they'll give you a special boss, a special reward or weapon or whatever the fuck. And I was like, all right, cool. That's pretty cool. I'm going to try to do it. But I grinded the fuck. I could never do it. And it's all fake. You can't do it. You can't.
Damn, he got your ass. He
Yes, he
really
got
fooled you
me
and
so
wasted all your
hard.
time.
Yes.
That's a classic.
Fucking asshole, man. He got me hard. I was totally felted by that.
Next question.
But you actually can, though. But now it's like speedrunners have found a way to do it. But you got to, insane, dude, to do
Let's see here. Actually, I didn't really like this next question. I'm going to skip that one and go on to the one after it.
What was that?
Why didn't you write
this
it
one
down?
is from Master of Awesomeness.
It's a bad
How
one,
much time
actually.
do you think has passed from the time he copied and pasted and printed this since reading it? He changed his mind?
Asks,
Yeah,
Hey, Phil. Since my question was deleted to the forums dying, I'll post it again.
Oh, the forum's dying. Shoutouts to the forum's dying.
Recently, ESPN 2.
This might have been, and Doomer Ziggy, please let me know. Is this when the mods rose up, or what's up?
It deleted to the forums dying. I'll post it again. Recently, ESPN 2 aired the International Dota 2 tournament on their channel. What's your reaction to this? Also, how do you feel if ESPN and Fox Sports begin airing other video game tournaments such as EVA?
Uh-oh.
Interesting question.
Do you think he's going to be positive or negative towards this? ESPN showing gaming events.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna go with the classic fence sit actually,
Okay,
and
that's
then
fine.
I'm gonna
Fair
play. It's cool that gaming is getting more like recognition and all of that, but also there's a negative side to it where more people are going to be in it for the money, and it's going to lose some of its genuineness or something along those lines.
Okay, I think that's probably I think that's probably correct. Big ups, Burdock Root Farmer says ALT old. Haha, that's not true. Thank you. You can also add to that Atlus short if you want to do a different kind of joke. That's also works. Just letting you know.
I don't think that one's as funny though.
Just letting you know other options. Okay. Tricorder Transmission says not fake. You can get an enemy skill from the snake. You don't have to actually beat it to get the skill. Yes, I'm old. And yes, I'm a nerd. Big cups. But you have to beat him. Maybe that's true. Tricorder Transmissions. You can get an enemy skill from the snake. You don't have to actually beat it to get the skill. Maybe I wasn't getting trolled then. Who knows? I can't go back.
Maybe you're getting trolled right now, and you'll never know because you're not going to look it up.
Can we please let this go? I don't want to keep getting trolled my entire life. Come on. God damn it. Big ups, Tricorder Transmissions.
You're going to boot that up tonight and try and figure it out instead of going to sleep?
Yes.
The truth of the matter here is that since the late 90s, when there was B5 and there was Evo and it started, I believe in 2002 they started Evo, not 100%. Everyone talked about, gee, why don't they broadcast fighting game tournaments on television?
Okay,
now, keep
history
in mind,
lesson
this was
first.
before the era of live streaming on the internet. Internet was nowhere near as good as it is now. You couldn't have things like Twitch TV streaming on the internet. Internet was nowhere near as good as it is now. You couldn't have...
You heard that, right? What? This was good.
Of live streaming on the internet. Internet was nowhere near as good as it is now. You couldn't have to think like Twitch TV where you could live broadcast.
Maybe it's due to my own slurs and speech impediment.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I
That's
actually
fine.
understood that one.
Okay, fair enough.
Right
So
over
these
me every time.
Fair enough.
Tournaments really only had viewership of people who attended in person, word of mouth from people who were there, people who had to happen to record a camcorder. Keep in mind, back then again, there was no way to distribute the camcorder footage. You couldn't actually digitize it and get it easily on a computer. It was very difficult to do so. In fact, there was this guy.
So you
he
could
is
do
a
it,
Super
though.
Turbo player in the northeastern United States. He was from the Philly area, and his name was David Spence.
Yes.
David Spence was the one guy who would go to every tournament and record all
He's
the
a legend.
Super Turbo matches.
Legend.
And he had
actually.
library of tapes at home. A huge library of tapes that he would watch back to help him with his Dalsim gameplay. He was a Dalsim exclusive player. But no, I don't think anything ever happened with that footage, right? It went away because, again, it was analog versus digital, and now the internet era. What happened to it all? So now you're talking about today.
I mean, he's probably got it all.
Wow.
I mean, if he cared enough, right?
Again,
You don't really have to wonder.
Yeah, I know. And also, this is not answering the question in any way, shape, or form. So, okay, got it.
Okay, so ESPN2 broadcast Dota 2.
Yeah.
But it already had how many views on Twitch? You know what I mean? Like, it probably had hundreds of thousands, if not more views on Twitch.
So how do you
really,
feel about
the internet
that?
generation versus the television generation is really going to get any kind of mainstream, massive attention on television. I don't know.
There's more people watching on ESPN2 than there is on Twitch. I guarantee it. Even just for the fact that it was on normal TV, right? Remember, this is before streaming and shit. Streaming services, let's say. But all right, let's go. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Just
the amount
for
of
the-
people that would have caught that.
Yeah. Oh, God, look at this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You see a rabbit run outside.
Maybe it could, but I think that the internet has already made that possible, and so it's making games like Dota 2 and events like EVO already way bigger because of that live interaction, live streaming aspect.
So...
If you would ask me the same question 10 years ago, I would have said this is
Wait,
huge.
we're
for
asking
games
you
that
now.
are live televised.
How do they live interact with a Dota competition? I'm confused. I've never seen one. Is there a live interaction? Do they do shoutouts in the middle of the match?
Shoutouts. Thanks, everybody.
Hang on, let me pause the game and get player X to read this shoutout real quick. Like, is that what they're doing? Or
Big ups, Mama. Thank you so much for the 10 subs. All right, we're here on ESPN for commercial break. Thanks, everybody.
And everything's going to be televised, but being that now Twitch TV is the leader of streaming, I don't know if it really is even going to be doing anything bigger like that anymore, quite honestly. So.
Okay, so he didn't answer the question then.
All
okay,
right.
God, thanks. So it was not going to do anything for the game because there's other places to watch it, I think. All right, sounds good.
Other people are already watching it elsewhere, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, sounds
even though
good
it's
to
a
me.
different demographic entirely. Like the dudes that watch ESPN are not the dudes that you're going to find on Twitch, which I think was the entire point of putting it on ESPN. But apparently he didn't get that or didn't care enough to think about it.
All right. Val is asking, not an expert on old DSP lore, but he has ever been positive about anything ever? No. That's just no. He's never been positive about anything except for the future, and the current times always suck. I think that's fair to say. Atlus, what's your take on that?
He was more positive about Resident Evil 6 than most people were. I can give him that one.
Fair enough. He's also, but no, because you guys are saying like he's positive about Vinny's food, WB champions. But though, not really, though, if you think about it, right? He has more gripes with food than positive things about food. He's positive about hating. He's positive for gout. Yes. Positive for pets. He's positive. Okay. He's positive for things he did before he started YouTube. He's negative about everything since he started YouTube. And he's also positive about the future, right? Because things are going to be better in the future, right? That's it, I think.
Always looking ahead, of course. That's a very positive mindset to have.
Yes. Good God No in the house says, FanDuel will let you gamble on random Russian dudes playing NBA 2K on YouTube live streams for honestly like 8 people. Damn,
That's kind of
really?
wild.
Well, I mean, we're getting to that point, right? Just gamble whatever the fuck you want. Like, there'll be a dude like flipping coins, and I'm sure we could gamble on that because people make a fuck ton of money on gambling
I don't
sites.
understand that. That's never me. I look at that and I'm like, whoa, what's going on here, boss? We're going your brain chemistry or something. I haven't even been in a casino to gamble. That's not me.
You never have?
I like my money.
Well, it's a fun experience for sure. You got to go at least a few times.
It's like going to the strip club. Why am I go out there and act a fool when I can stay home and
well, I agree with you on that one. I'm not a strip club enjoyer.
It's just not for me.
I agree. I'm not a strip club enjoyer, but casino is fun. But I'm not I'm not doing the slots though. I like playing poker and stuff because that makes your money last a long time. Even if you lose, you get some time out of it, right? So that's fun. But anyways, I still think if you ever do manage to get married and stuff, when that ever happens, I think you maybe for the bachelor party, you got to make that happen, brother. Come on, casino, great way to spend that time. Come on. Thoughts?
There'll be a casino on the cruise.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe we'll do it there. Maybe that'll be it.
Yeah, come on.
Next question is from Music Kid.
Atlas isn't tall enough to gamble. There's no height requirements.
True.
It's age only.
No, that's not what they said when I came up to the door. They said, "Sorry, we don't have booster seats for the chairs. It's a risk hazard."
Next question is from Music Kid 96, and it's a long one, so brace yourselves.
Oh God!
He says, "Hey Phil, as you know, gaming has advanced in many ways over the past several years. Photorealistic graphics are blurring the line between reality and fantasy. In-game music is now being recorded and performed by symphonic ensembles as well as well-known musicians, and powerful new technical achievements are being reached every single day. These are considered by the gaming community to be positive advancements for the most part. However, there is a considerable amount of debate over the advancement of storytelling. I can't speak English today. Storytelling and narrative in games. Games such as Heavy Rain, The Walking Dead, and Beyond Two Souls are considered masterpieces by many gamers because of their unique and enthralling narrative experiences. But on the flip side, because of the developers, I'm sorry. On the flip side, there are gamers who hate these games and claim that they're barely even games at all because of the developers' intentional limitation of gameplay in order to provide a stronger story. I'd like to hear your opinion on this topic. Do you think that game stories have advanced in a positive way? Do you think a game's narrative could actually detract from the overall experience? Finally, do you think more game developers will experiment with taking a narrative-heavy approach after seeing the success of the games I listed above, resulting in a possible new trend for the current generation? Thanks for answering. Okay. This is a hot topic within the gaming.
Look at that question. Holy shit, look at the paper. Look at that.
Jesus Christ.
Look at that. Wait, get out of here. Look at this. Look right here. Oh, where is it? Here. Look at this. Look at this paragraph. That's what we just read.
It's like there was a word count. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Community within gaming in general is gameplay, story, balance.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A game, a video game, is supposed to be something that is digital, that has interaction.
Yes.
Okay. But no one can seem to say, is there a criteria that there should be this % of interaction gameplay and this % of story narrative?
Ooh.
And you've got games that really, really push the envelope. Some people said Beyond Two Souls couldn't even be considered a game because technically you can't lose. There's no way to die in the game and fail. You have to continue on no matter what. What about games like Metal Gear Solid 4 where Hideo Kojima put in like some ridiculous amount of hours and hours and hours of cutscenes in between the interactive segments? So? What about a game like Heavy Rain?
Okay,
where really, again, arguably the gameplay is kind of secondary versus a murder mystery that's
I don't know why we need the historical breakdown of video games in order to get to the question. Like, how do you think it progressed? I don't need to know why it's a hot topic. I don't need to know I don't need to know the progression from the beginning to now. Why don't you just give me your synopsis right here, right now on your opinion?
No.
That's why I asked the question. I'm familiar with the topic.
He thinks everyone doesn't understand anything before the question. Okay, so we have to get the full outline, so you have all the full context, and then we maybe don't even answer the question half the time. So that's pretty cool.
Well, it's like they've never heard the topic of the topic before on this gaming, YouTube channel that they frequent all of the time. They would have experienced video game stories at some point. I would have hoped.
You could compare those games to say a game such as Dark Souls that has an incredible amount of gameplay in it. There's a huge amount of locales, a huge amount of enemies, and really, when it comes down to it, the lore of Dark Souls, there is lore, but it's not like a concrete narrative story that you would understand from start to finish, such as a game like Beyond Two Souls or Heavy Rain has, right? It's more, okay, you're some guy, you're dead, you're trying to get some souls from some asshole, and there's a king, you kill the fucking king, you stab him in his fucking ball sack, and you make a choice if you want to burn. The ending doesn't even make fucking sense, and really the game is about gameplay, quality gameplay, not about...
Game doesn't make sense, got it.
The narrative story going on around
I wouldn't
everything.
say it like that. It's convoluted.
Do you have to stab him in the ball sack? Is that canon?
Yeah, that's probably the best way to defeat Gwyn, is the parry riposte combo into his nuts, for sure, for sure.
Fair enough.
It's not that important, okay? So, really when it comes down to it, it's going to be dependent upon the gamer and your preconception of what a game should be. For me, as a person who grew up in the 80s and 90s where games were predominantly gameplay based, but then when I got immersed in things like Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana and Earthbound and all those RPGs that, yes, there was a gameplay element, but there was also
a lot of
heavy
hands going on here.
Yes.
You're going crazy.
I have the luck to be seeing the best of both worlds. Street Fighter is 100% gameplay. There's no coherent story behind Street Fighter besides you know that M. Bison's a dickhead, Akuma's a powerful asshole, and Chun-Li has giant fucking legs. That's all you ever knew about Street Fighter. No one really cares about
That's
the definitive lore of Street Fighter. It's all about the gameplay. But that doesn't mean...
There is a little more to it when they win, though, but all right, it's fine.
That there can't be games that are heavily narrative based. And if anything, as we've advanced the graphics, we've
You
advanced the
questioning
music...
the Street Fighter expert, ALT?
I'm just saying, I mean, there is a little more to it. There is a fighting competition aspect.
Everything advanced to the point of
this
photorealism.
this guy plays at Evo, right?
Yeah, I mean, and also how people look is not part of the story, actually, but okay.
We're now having games that are basically becoming interactive movies. And I think we're pushing the boundaries of what is a game and what is a movie. And is it okay for a game to have limited gameplay for the advancement of a story? And I think the answer is yes. I'm okay with playing an incredibly gameplay-centric game like Street Fighter or Dark Souls. Those games have their place, but so do games that are becoming more artistic and more about narrative and more about presentation. I think those games have a place too.
I forgot the question
so I think
again.
What we have now is a unique time.
We're talking about the progression of how
this.
narratives are told in video games, adding and subtracting gameplay. That's what
Got it.
And they're just butting heads, right?
Ooh.
Instead of taking a look at each other's shoes, right? We'll take a walk in someone else's shoes for
Whoa.
Who does the butting heads motion like that?
right? Instead of taking a look at each other's shoes.
What?
This is really forbidden metaphor
I think
here.
that what we have now is a unique time.
He was channeling that costume that he had that his mom made him when he was a kid with the Wolverine claws. That's what he was going back to.
Yeah.
He was doing the crossover.
People, I like this. I like this. And they're
Butt
just butting
heads.
right?
What you should do, though, is this.
Instead of taking a look at each other's shoes.
So, to look at each other's shoes, we have to cross streams. And then we have to look at each other's shoes. Okay, ready?
This, and they're just butting heads, right? Instead of taking a look at each other's shoes, right? We'll take a walk in someone else's shoes.
All right.
For 5
He's got
minutes
the Jordans, right? I've got the Adidas. Let's go.
Cool shoes, nice New Balance.
Like a different style of game. I may not like a certain style of game, but I'm not going to sit here and say, fuck you, asshole, because you only like that style of game.
Not going to say that.
I've become a much more accepting person over these years that I've done stuff on YouTube. I used to be like that. I used to be Street Fighter, Street Fighter. And if you don't understand how competitive Street Fighter is great, then you're a dick.
Yeah.
But now I can see how people might like it, might not like it, might like a different style. I've become a much more varied and wider person. Not
become a wider person.
Style. I've become a much more varied and wider person. Not this way physically.
Maybe that's what happened. I would say maybe that's what happened to Kat when she met Phil. She also just became a wider person, like in a positive sense, you know?
Definitely.
Wider person. Not this way physically. I actually lost weight over the years I've been doing this, but my horizons...
He's always lost weight, by the way. He's always constantly losing weight.
Always losing. Of course. Yes. Well, he's a fitness expert, obviously. Guru, they might call him.
We are always losing.
Understanding of gaming and art in general, artistic thought is different in my head now than when I started all this. And so I think there is a place, obviously, for those games. For people who,
we're crazy today.
But I personally loved Beyond Two Souls. I was pissed off that so many critics, this game has, like, no gameplay in it, so it's like a 4 out of 10. I'm like, you're a fucking asshole, because if you're saying that it's the only reason you're giving the game a low review, it means that you don't have the artistic vision to understand that games are changing to be something different. They're not just sit there for 12 hours and mash a controller and do repetitive gameplay anymore. They're evolving. And if you refuse to see evolution, you get left behind. And unfortunately, that's why I don't take the game media seriously a lot of the times, because they have these bogus notions about games that are just out of control.
But he brings them up all the time. And to present day, he will use them as a barometer for his own content on whether or not he's going to play a certain game. Like, it does weigh a factor. But as far back as you can find, he'll tell you that he doesn't take them seriously, doesn't care what they say.
Yep.
Like these narrative-based games, I want to see more of them.
Okay, so that was the answer. You hear the answer was in the last 5 words. I like these narrative-based games, and I want to see more of them. All right, cool. Big ups, 1 minute man. 1 minute man. Big ups, sir.
Big ups.
Okay.
Legend.
Next question. Hey, Phil, I'm a longtime fan, and I've been watching your videos since 2010.
Since Heavy Rain.
I'm just wondering why you seem to dislike Hideo Kojima so much. Here we go again. I know most of it is just you're joking around about how he excessively has his name in the credits and opening cutscenes of his games, but I feel some of the things you say about him have genuine malicious intent behind them. One example is during your recent PT playthrough where you got angry and said things like, Kojima is sitting there smoking a doobie and he doesn't know how to make games, and other comments of that nature.
I think he also said he should kill himself. I don't know if that was Kojima specifically, but...
He's definitely said that about devs before, but I couldn't tell you whether or not that was about...
Not sure if that's Kojima.
I was just wondering if you're joking around with comments like that, or if you have genuine disdain for Kojima. Thanks.
Classic
and that's
jokes.
from Smelly Day Goes. Well, I've answered this question before. I'll do it again because undoubtedly every year now you're going to have thousands more people who are listening to the complete nonsense smear campaign about me and how I hate Kojima. I don't respect game developers, and the KWO is after me.
Nonsense smear campaign, of course, being the things that he said in the playthrough, obviously.
Yes. Oh, yes. Smelly Day Goes. Okay. That's a joke in itself, isn't it? I'm not going to explain it for you.
Like Hideo Kojima and his work, I do. I actually very much enjoy the Metal Gear Solid games. I do. I wasn't good at them. But that doesn't mean I didn't like them.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what I have issue with Hideo Kojima is that he tries to do things that are so outside the box and innovative that unless you know what you're doing or how to do it or beat it, that you wouldn't be able to, and you're going to have repetitive fails, and it's going to frustrate the fuck out of the gamer. Some people see this as like amazing artistic masterpiece. He made something so cryptic that it's hard to find. It's genius. To me, I say it's stupid. Yeah. Because when I play a game, I want to play a game that's a functional game. And the reason that
it is a functional game if you learn how to play it.
I was going to say, what part of these games aren't functional, though? Like, that's... I actually don't know what he's talking about. I've never heard these complaints about the Metal Gear Solid games.
Rage during this PT playthrough is because the final puzzle of this playthrough, this teaser that he made, is so fucking cryptic. There's no instruction in the game whatsoever as to what you're supposed to do to figure it out. Okay. He didn't care, and he even said, they asked him at Gamescom, did you do that on purpose? He said, yes. I purposely made the final puzzle incredibly difficult. Ha ha ha. And he thinks he's like...
I wish we could find that exact clip, because I wonder... I'm sure he didn't say it like that.
Some high and mighty god of gaming that he designed this final puzzle that's so cryptic. To me, I think it's fucking stupid. If I play a game, I want the game to be functional, to tell me what to do, and yeah, there should be an element of challenge, but not... just fucking
the game isn't for you, right? Like, then you got filtered out. You're not a part of the community that wants to figure it out or wants to go through the big critical thinking that is solving the puzzle. Then fuck right off. Like, it's fine. You cry about it, I guess, which he is, to be fair. But
he said, and all of a sudden now we're saying we like those games when he was legitimately extremely heated about those games and how much he hated them. And like, who shouted it out? Velaran. Kojima's a fucking cocksucker, slamming the controller down thousands of times on those fucking games. He could not handle it. He wanted to end Kojima if he could.
I mean, come on. Here, I'm going to give you a task, right? I'm going to build this piece of machinery for you.
Here we go. Get ready.
By the way, I'm not going to give you the instruction manual on how to do it. You just fucking figure it out for yourself.
Yeah.
Haha, I'm a genius.
People love that.
That's literally what the issue was, what I had issue with the end of it, because I was so disappointed that playable teaser, was so fun up to that point. Up to that point, that final puzzle, I was able to figure out all the stuff in the playable teaser.
Yeah.
That last one, there's nothing to figure out. You just fucking fuck you. It's literally fuck you. If you randomly figure it out, you do. If you don't, fuck you. And that's literally Kojima in your living room saying, fuck you, you wasted your time on playable teaser because I'm a
you see how people would think he hates Kojima here?
dick. He was just basically being a dick.
Yeah, he's definitely
And that's
popping off here.
Yes.
I couldn't imagine why.
kind of shit I don't put up with. Like, no, if you're gonna be an active dick to the gamer, then you're gonna deserve to get criticized.
Right.
So in that
Active
regard,
dick.
I criticize.
And he
Kojima.
says
Yes,
active dick to the gamer, but like again, people love that shit. There is an amount of people out there that absolutely live for little bits like that in their games. They adore it.
Yes, and Kojima has a huge, rabid fan base because of that shit like that.
Kojima.
Exactly. That's the type of thing you should kind of be expecting to some extent. Some weird off the wall, like, didn't
Stuff.
quite make sense to you.
It's not game design. That's being an asshole to the person who's going to spend money on your product, and it's not respectful or respectable to the consumer.
It's not respectful. More yellow paint, please. That's more respectful. Oh, shit. I pushed back on accident. Don't worry, we're back. That's
Is
not
this an Atlus stream?
respectful. That's not respectful.
To be a movie director, just face it, was so fun up to that point. That last one, there's nothing to figure out. You just fucking fuck you.
Nothing to figure out.
It's literally Kojima, and you're literally being a dick. And that's the kind of shit I don't put up with. Like, no, if you're gonna be an active dick to the gamer, then you're gonna deserve to get criticized. So in that
being an
regard,
active
I
dick.
criticize Kojima. Yes, Kojima.
As
that's
obviously
not game
as opposed to a
design.
pass.
That's being an asshole to the person who's gonna spend money on your product, and
There we
it's
go.
not respectful or respectable to the consumer or the gamer. You should actually tell them what to fucking do so they have an inkling of what to figure out. It's dumb. And the thing that I've criticized Kojima for over the years is that it seems like he doesn't want to be a game designer. He wants to be a movie director.
Okay.
Because take a look at the stuff that he does with Metal Gear. 14 hours of cutscenes in a video game, a 2-hour long ending cutscene.
Those cutscenes look great, though. I'm going to be honest. I'm not usually a cutscene enjoyer, but Kojima cutscenes are worth watching. I gotta give him that.
Are we forgetting the previous question, Philip, where you said games are becoming more like ways to tell stories? Yeah. Huh? We forgot about that, Philip? You said that was cool.
We love that aspect. We see the best of both worlds, obviously.
Yeah. He just praised Heavy Rain for the same thing, and the last question he argued for this, Philip.
And of course he's, I do not want to make movies. Yes, you want to make movies. Stop lying to yourself. You want to be a director. Why else are you teaming up with a movie director to make the new Silent Hill game? Because you want to be a movie director. Just face it. So those are issues that I have.
There's definitely an ideology to ingratiate the player with the world in a gameplay aspect, right?
Yeah.
It probably does enrich the narrative to be to get in there and affect it in some sort of way that does, again, enrich the narrative. And how DSP couldn't see that when he's been playing games for this long and he does video game reviews is crazy. It's just wild.
Hideo Kojima. In fact,
business.
It's funny because the KWO, right? These children,
I'll get it.
the immature little fucking idiots who sit behind their computers and start this whole movement about TSP
That's
sucks.
a classic
He's
intro.
not good. You shouldn't watch his content. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I created the KWO. The KWO was my idea. It was a joke. I made a joke while playing a Hideo Kojima game about the KWO. A fan made art of it with me and John Rambo with Kojima and a few other people, and we were putting it up on stream, and then the idiots turned it into their own bullshit that
They made it into a funny meme. Exactly. And you can see it still bothers you. Let's go. Come on. Tired of it. Let's go.
I'm joining the Kojima World Order as of right now.
Let's go. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What a classic.
DSP get KWO'd on Skype. I don't know what this is, but let's try it.
Hold on, I'm going to try this.
When are you watching all
Hello?
this hate live?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello, is there anyone there? I guess that guy had the stream on a little bit too loud because not only could he not hear me, but he was incredibly annoying as well.
No, it was playing that song. Watch, listen carefully.
I guess that guy had the stream on a little bit. Hello? Hello, is there anyone there?
I'm joining the Kojima World Order.
I guess that guy had the
It was starting right then, but he cut it
a little
off.
bit too loud because not only could he not hear me, but he was incredibly annoying as well. Hello?
He can identify that it was his voice, though,
Hello?
because he thought it was the stream.
But he's trying to pretend he's not getting trolled.
Is anyone there? Hello? Can you hear me?
He did the Charlie Chan Chaka Chuka Cha.
Hello?
Who cares what they say in China?
Goodbye. Someone watching about what they say in China.
Philip?
I guess it sounded like he was watching a playthrough of mine.
Yeah, do you finally get it? Okay, whatever. He's got to he was gonna pretend for a second like he wasn't getting trolled, I guess. But then he's like, it sounds like he's playing a playthrough of mine. Oh, okay.
Set himself
Anyway.
up for failure, I guess.
Anyways,
Kojima, which is bullshit. It was a joke. But that's the thing.
All of that was a joke.
little bit of hint of truth that, yeah, I have some issues with Kojima. Gets turned into Phil hates Kojima. Fuck him. He doesn't respect any game developer and blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
And that's the problem with the internet.
But that's what he said, though. He literally said, fuck you, Kojima, and then went on to insult and deride every game developer that he had an issue with after that. So, yeah, that's exactly the narrative that is pushed, because that's what you said and did.
he called him a dick in this talk right here. He said it's being a dick. But all right.
He did?
One of me, and there's an endless number of you, the viewer. And they could all go out there and spread their slander, and there's absolutely nothing I can do to actually dispute it. I can't. Because for every one time that I address something like this, there's another 14,000 things that they can say about me that I can't directly address. And that's the problem with internet popularity. It's a new thing. It's not like celebrity, because with celebrity,
but why is it the problem with internet popularity and not the problem with things that he's saying? Like, what that?
Because there's one of him and many of other people. They share the bad stuff he said, but it's slander, though. That's the thing.
If you just didn't say 14,000 bad things, you wouldn't have to.
Yes, he doesn't bring up that aspect.
Gossip Magazine says something about Tom Cruise, and who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But now 14,000 idiots.
He's comparing himself to Tom Cruise again. This is the second time this has happened, actually, if you can believe it.
Well, they look so much alike.
Tom Cruise, and who gives a fuck? But now 14,000 idiots all say the same thing. Oh, there must be credibility to that. There's no way for me to disprove it because it's 14,000 negative things about me, and I can't dispel it, right? I can't just sit here addressing the negativity all day. So this, Phil hates Kojima.
He would continue to do that.
I actually
like
liked the Metal Gear games. I quite liked PT until the final puzzle where Kojima, probably literally, which is what I said during the playthrough, well, I want to do something that's different.
Yeah?
So I'm so smart, I'll kick my legs up like this, I'll smoke, I'll have a nice cigarette. Let's make a puzzle that has no solution unless you randomly find it or if someone tells you how to do it.
Okay, so this is what we're going with? Let's make a puzzle where there's no solution unless you randomly find it or someone tells you how to do it. Okay.
That's obviously that's exactly how he pitched it.
Okay.
No solution unless you randomly find it or if someone tells you how to do it. Because I'm Hideo Kojima. And that's the kind of attitude I don't like. That elitist douchebag attitude of a game designer. And that's where I have issue with Kojima.
How is that elitist?
There you go.
To put in a puzzle that you're too dumb to solve and don't want to collaborate for. Like,
okay, Pete, who played PT can tell us about this ending, by the way. Is it as bad as he's saying? Be honest. Maybe it is bad as he's saying. Let us know, please.
I'm not even gonna lie. I got filtered when I played it. I solved a couple of the puzzles. Went, oh, that was neat. That was fun. That was a good experience. If this was a full game, maybe I would continue to play it. But I'm good.
Okay. Some people are saying it was pretty cryptic. I never got to play it. All right, there we go. Big Ups 1 Minute Man says, the more I watch this past antics, the more I regret ever giving him money. My God. Big Ups 1 Minute Man, if that really is you. The king of 1 Minute Man. We have no way of knowing. But if it is you, I wonder what led to you doing the drip style everyday stuff, but who knows? Good God, no in the house says, Phil drunk text highly disrespectful and harassing stuff to Hideo Kojima's female relatives. Trustworthy sources say, you know what to do, SOK. That's not true. Good God, no.
First time I ever heard that one.
People would be all over that if that was true. People would have found it if that was true. They would follow. You know, everyone's looked at every one of his fucking tweets since he's been on Twitter, you know, so. I don't think that's true, good God, no, in my opinion. Smitty Weberman Jensen in the house says, DSP is the reason for yellow paint. That's his legacy, and that is factually fucking based, by the way.
True.
Factually
Absolutely.
fucking based. Factually. Big ups to NWO News, who says, get fucked, broke back pig roach. Broke back pig roach. Big ups.
All right, next question is from DopeFelon306. By the way, we're winding down. We only have one page left, and we're about to get through those quickly.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, we're gonna get through it.
Hey, Phil, I've been a long time since your Resident Evil. I've been a long time fan. Excuse me. Since your Resident Evil 5 playthrough back in 09.
Cool, great one.
Been following you ever since. Here's my question. I've been a gamer for most of my teenage and adult life, and I enjoy playing video games just to relax and to relieve stress from my full-time job. About 4 years ago, I got divorced from my wife of 5 years because of fights over video
Another
games.
DSP fan,
and how
L.
I'd
They
spend
just keep
too much
racking them
time
up.
playing them and not hanging out with her. And honestly, I didn't really play for too
Okay, well, that's legitimately true. I mean, that's a good move, actually. If you're spending playing games so much your wife wants to get divorced from you, I mean, come on, man. I mean, honestly.
Hang out with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess it depends on how much her tolerance for video game playing is.
Yeah, we don't know how long that actually was, but I mean, come on.
And how I'd spend too much time playing them and not hanging out with her. And honestly, I didn't really play for too long at all. Maybe a few hours, 2 to 3 times a week. Anyway, my question is, since you're now living with your girlfriend, Leanna, do you think any issues...
Just want to be clear, when someone's blamed for like a reason relationships end, they never are true about the reasons it ended, right? We should always remember this.
No.
You know what I mean? So... You know, it's not like, you know, she said I never hung out with her enough, but I hung out with her all the time. But really, they never did, you know? It's always like that.
Yeah, they hung out like once or twice a week, and other than that, they just did nothing. Yeah.
With you gaming all the time. Gaming is your full-time job, so how do you balance your relationship and your work? Well, wow. That is a pretty messed up situation, okay? And
how do you balance your relationship and work? The same way everybody else does, dumbass.
It's easy. Just don't worry about what your wife does or girlfriend does. Just make sure she cooks dinner, and that's it.
My strategy is I leave her in a different state. She lives with her mom, and then she can only visit once a month. So
that's cool. And yeah, make sure when you move her across the country, so she has no friends or support system in place when things go bad.
Hear that happened between yourself and you know, your ex.
And it doesn't matter how many games you play because she can't leave.
Yeah,
For
that's pretty good.
I have a unique situation. Because, yes, my hobby of video games is also my job. So, you know, hours and hours a day, I get to sit here in my office and play video games and make money doing it. So really, when I step outside of this office, it's not like, man, I really got a craving to go back and play that game. You know what? I've played it. I got it out of my system. It helped me relax or unwind or whatever it was that I was doing, enjoying playing the game. And that was my work.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not like I step out of here and now, I'm gonna go play games again. And Leanna's like, oh no, you just worked 8 hours and now you're going back to play more games. What's going on? That doesn't happen.
You wouldn't play a different kind of game, right? Like something you do with your phone. You wouldn't do that, though, right?
I can tell you this: that yes,
never,
never. You wouldn't do that.
I don't play games off of stream.
You're in a committed relationship like that, and especially if you're living together, which it sounds like you were. You're gonna have times when if the other person isn't doing something or they're apart from you and they're not occupied there. Like I can tell you right now, Leanna is a little upset because I'm here working a lot. And, you know, she wishes that she could spend more time with me and do more stuff with me. I'm like, but that's life. You gotta
fuck you, bitch. I got shit to do, bitch.
Treat it like this. Imagine instead of me being in this office playing games or doing Ask the King or whatever it is I'm doing, I'm driving off to an office and working a 9-to-5 job, and then I come back after 5.
But you don't have to... See, that's the thing. You have this job which has other benefits, right? So you don't have to pretend it's like that, actually, you know?
Yeah, that is actually the benefit, is you can just spend more time with your family when necessary and try and make it up elsewhere.
You know he fucking says that, though. This is a job, okay, Leanna? I have to treat it like a job. I'll be in here for 8 hours minimum, okay? And if I have to stay longer, I have to stay longer.
Like the consistency, Hungy.
Yeah, you know? And the same thing he tells Kat. It's my job, honey. It's very serious. I have to be in the office for 8 hours a day, and sometimes more, okay? It's very serious.
That's how you really have to picture it.
Yeah.
So in this situation, it's a little different. You had your marriage, you had your full-time job, and then you had your hobby, and it seemed like there just wasn't a lot of time management in there, where you'd be playing and your wife is upset, why aren't you spending time with me? But you're like, but I'm not spending a lot of time on games, only an hour or two a day. From her perspective, she doesn't see you all day because you're at your full-time job, and now you come home and the first thing you do is game. You know what I mean? I can understand.
And the DM showed us exactly how busy he was, right? The DMs have showed us that once again, that Philip is a fiend watching Kino Boys, DMing Kino Boys. He's very busy. DMing Kino Boys, laying down next to Cat, supposedly. Like, that's in there. He says, I'm laying next to my wife, still working. It's my life, but I love it. Like, he said that, man.
It's twisted.
I can see both perspectives.
That's
for
so
you, if you're only playing an hour or two a day, that's not unreasonable.
Hey, yeah, I stood laying next to my wife, just thinking about you. What are you up to?
I can't say it enough. That's just twisted. Gross. Grown-ass man.
I'm thinking about you. What are you doing?
It's to unwind. For her, maybe
you felt it, anybody?
Or her unwinding when you finally got home, right? I don't know. This is pure speculation. Obviously, I don't know your ex-wife. I know nothing about the situation. I'm sure it's all not a marriage counselor. But what it
remember that time we felt it review tech? That was awesome.
sounds to me is that there was time management issues there.
Oh.
And for me, because my situation is different, I'm actually able to play games as work and then step out of this office and get away from it. And I'm already, feel like I'm unwinding or whatever. Or if I do unwind, for example, I go relax on my couch, lay there with Leanna, and we're relaxing, watching television or a movie, have a drink or two, maybe play a little bit of a silly game on the iPad or whatever.
What, Philip?
Watching television or a movie, have a drink or two, maybe play a little bit of a silly game on the iPad or whatever. That's our unwinding.
Silly little game. What might that mean?
Playing.
Silly little game.
Our unwinding is sitting here and doing a playthrough of Resident Evil. You know what I mean?
This would be Supercard, by the way. Yeah, Supercard hour years here.
So it's different. It's a very different situation. But yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you do have serious relationships and there's give and take from both sides, and it just seems like it wasn't compatible at the time. What I will ask, and I wonder how old you are, because you didn't list that, and I wonder how old you were when you got married. If you said you've been married for 5 years. As you notice, I'm not married yet. I'm in no rush to get married. I may eventually be married, but the thing is, you gotta be sure, right? And right now, quite honestly, I've been living with Leanna for 2 months.
That's a lot of wins.
9,000 wins in Supercard by September 30th, 2014. And I have that on the timeline when Supercard started, because he started right away. That is clear from the forum post he made. Where is it? Here it is.
I don't know that I've played 9,000 games of any game ever.
Wrong one. 9,000. Well, it's very quick, though. You know what I mean? Those things happen fast. So here's so he started playing Supercard. Oh my God, it's a week after he started Supercard, guys.
Holy shit!
August 14th, 2014, and we are now August 21st, 2014. Right here on the top of the screen here is when this whole thing started. I mean, I only put on the timeline the wrestling related mobile games, but he was playing other mobile games before this. But
yeah, the Marvel Avengers one or whatever before that. Yeah,
he's a week into his obsession. We're seeing this right now. A silly little game. That is a silly little game, isn't it?
So far, everything's so good. We have no major complaints. Every day we talk to each other, and we're like, we love being here. And here she is poking her head in.
Every day we talk to each other. What a huge W for Panda Lee.
And he just said she's pissed, though, right? Remember that?
Every day we talk to each other, and we're like, we love being here. And here she is poking her head in. Look at this. Because we love being here.
Look at
our
this.
time management skills so far have been pretty good. It's not
why
like
is she
we
pissed
don't
then?
see each other or whatever. And everything.
Yeah, he literally just said that she wishes she could see him more.
Yes, she said she's pissed.
Together for a certain period of time.
And his response was, "That's life. I gotta be in here."
Get over it, bitch.
Period of time. You poke your head and you stick it in a little more, but you can't. You're not in the shot.
Oh, hold on. This is Rambo heard this many times. Let me hear this one more time.
It's a good period of time. You poke your head and you stick.
This is what Rambo heard many, many times after gameplay.
You stick it in a little more, but you
nailed it.
You can't. You're not in the shot.
Well, the chair's in the way.
Oh, that's true. But you know, it may happen. But it's eventually something that would happen.
Yo, a Panda sighting.
Yo, first time ever. Another person in the Ask the King.
And once we feel that it's due time, and it seems to me like if this was the case, if your wife was just annoyed that you were playing games 1 or 2 hours a day, that maybe you jumped the gun. You know what I mean? You got to take your time and be sure that you're fully compatible, and maybe that was the situation. I don't know. Again, it's hard for me to answer questions like that when it's completely from speculation. I have no idea knowing about, you know, your wife or your situation or how the hell that happened, but it's all about time management. And so
how
far,
the hell
I think
that
for
happened?
the most part, we've got some decent time
That's what
management.
we're all wondering. A DSP fan having a wife. How the hell did that happen?
And remember, he said earlier she's pissed about time management, and now we're saying there's no problem.
It's all about time management, and so far, I think for the most part, we've got some decent time management going on.
Decent time management. Auntie, you're felted, you're seething, you're coping.
Thoughts, Leanna?
So well for the past 2 months, right?
Well, I'm gonna go make dinner again.
Oh,
Again?
Oh, got him.
That's
hypest moment
Leanna.
yet on Ask the King right here. That says a lot. Here, listen to this whole sequence
Well,
here.
that happened, but it's all about time management, and so far, I think for the most part, we've got some decent time management going on, and that's why it's working out so well for the past 2 months, right?
Well, I'm gonna go make dinner again.
Again?
Well, I was working on it, and now my hands smell like garlic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
By the way, nice advice. You don't even ask me about the advice, huh?
You were cooking. I couldn't.
Yeah, well, I was watching the stream down there.
All right.
What?
You didn't close the door. There we go. Oh, all right.
just his biggest hater, his biggest op in his own home.
Bitches, am I right, guys?
Yeah, well, I was watching the stream down there.
All right.
Look at this.
That's kind of a fucked up thing to do. Not gonna lie, to start a little something like that with your significant other live on stream and then walk out was kind of crazy business.
Look at this demeaning shake of the head, like, oh God, what are you? Am I right, guys? Bitches. Watch this.
You didn't close the door. There we go. Oh, all right. So we've got a few more questions to
I don't know, man.
get through, and then we'll finish up this
You could have cut that out, man.
episode.
Right.
All right. These are actually.
Big Ups at DW News says Crocodile Denti. There we go. Well, no.
These are pretty quick ones, so this will be good. Probably another 10 minutes, and we'll be all set. Okay.
Shouldn't you shut the door?
From Genji 1786, who's been submitting me a lot of fan art recently.
Mom, shut the door.
Asks, has your opinion on the current consoles changed since when you originally bought them? So talking about PS4, Xbox One, and the Wii U exclusively.
Who
Do you think that the
cares?
PS4 is the best console out of the three? Do you think the Xbox One got on par with the PS4 with all the recent changes? Initially out of the gate, I think the PS4 was the better console, but now that both consoles seem to have all the same similar features and all that, is there really a difference between the PS4 and the Xbox One? The only real difference that I can see is, number one, console exclusives, out of which, I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't seen a hell of a lot recently of you. There really haven't been a lot of console exclusives going on, so it's hard to say between the two consoles which is better. Number two, the graphics, and honestly, from recently, most of the games in 2014 that came out for both consoles performed better on PS4. They ran at 1080p and they ran at a higher frame rate. Will that change in the future as game developers are getting more accustomed to the new hardware? Probably. But right now, I don't think really definitively why would you buy the PS4 over the Xbox One or the other. I would say look at what the console exclusive games are that are coming out for the rest of the year.
You just gave us a reason. Most of them are running better on the PS4.
If not, I don't see a reason. Now, if you're talking Wii U...
Oh, God. Thought we were out of this one.
Is a absolutely completely different situation. Okay, the Wii U is in dire straits.
We hate Nintendo.
Now has almost no third-party support for this console. My Wii U is sitting there collecting dust, and there's nothing to play on it. And I really did. I thought that this year, that 2014 was going to be the year of the Wii U. But looking how things have stacked up, Donkey Kong Country
come on, Panda, come back.
Okay, was I misinformed?
Come back, Panda.
Whoever thought... Sorry, what?
We need Panda back. Panda was interesting. Go ahead, Atlus. Sorry.
I was gonna say, was I like out of the loop? Did anybody ever think the Wii U was gonna be gangbusters? Was I like underselling it?
I don't remember that. I mean,
No one ever gave me that impression.
Yeah, it was never like going to be this. You know, the Wii was so fucking insane, and then Wii U was not insane, and everyone knew it right away. I thought, but all right, the year of Wii U is coming up, guys.
I don't know where the year of the Wii U is coming from. Out of the
hype,
guy.
dude.
I never
sales
got that
numbers for a
impression.
Donkey Kong Country game ever. All the recent Mario games that have been coming out. Mario Kart 8 did become a decent seller.
Careful.
Hasn't sold anywhere near as much as the previous Mario Kart games, but became a decent seller.
Oh, that would change quickly, wouldn't it?
And did actually
They had to
sell lots of
re-release it 800 times
yes.
ALT. Come
That's
on.
true,
They
that's
did the
true.
Skyrim method.
That's pretty funny though to say that. But all right.
consoles. But now let's look at the rest of this year for
What's your
Wii U.
favorite Mario Kart
We've got-
game, and why is it Double Dash?
No, Double Dash is good. I've been talking like playing time though. Like I've played the new one amazing amount. Me and Chew, Max.
Well, yeah,
we
I
finished
as
that
well
shit out
over the
Yeah.
years, but for real, it's Double Dash. Any other answer is wrong. I'll stand on it.
Double Dash is fun. I guess I got to go back there and get a taste of it. Right, I haven't been there in a while. I haven't. I was back in the day. I played a Super Nintendo when they first had it. Let me tell you, we liked it.
Right.
We
Yeah, I
liked
wouldn't
it.
touch that with a 10-foot pole, but okay.
We liked the lack of items. We liked how the CPUs could throw items that we couldn't get. We enjoyed that.
Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that
We've
sounds lame as hell. There's like no gameplay. This is what the guy was talking about earlier with the amount of gameplay.
64 is hype. That's true. 64 is not bad. 64 is fun. There's Mario 64.
64 was fun. 64
It was
was
hype.
fun.
Ryan, you're gonna get timed out. That's not bullshit. It was fun.
Smash Brothers, because really, Smash Brothers is the only game that's been promised for us this year. We've been told, oh, Bayonetta 2 is coming, one or two other Mario Party's coming, but they don't have release dates. Without a release date, I don't believe you, Nintendo. You know? So really, how many games have there been this year for Wii U that you needed to buy? Wii U, in my opinion, is actually in a worse position now than they were when the system released, because at least when the system first released, you had, oh, well, Nintendo's saying all these third-party games are coming, and all this stuff is coming, all this finally a next-gen console for Nintendo, and if anything, we've seen that's not the case. The Wii U is not a next-gen console, it's the last gen. It just caught up to where we were with the Xbox 360 and PS3, and now it's left in the dust. So... I just don't know anymore.
Okay, I don't know.
You know?
I forgot the question.
I don't know how
care.
Wii U is gonna survive. I don't think it will. I think it's gonna end up.
We're
in the books as
recommending
a
one
huge financial
console
loss
over
for
another for
Nintendo.
the current console generation.
Okay.
That is the question.
No, and they're gonna have to chalk
Don't
it up
get
and
the
try
Wii U.
something new
Just chalk it up.
because it's.
Chalk it up,
I
boys.
just
All
do
right,
not
whatever.
see any silver lining anymore for
But
that.
a chalk
this
outline.
console.
Wii U was dead on arrival,
Okay.
but it had a market.
Next
or
question:
something.
will you be making
Or
any
was
more
that
vlogs
earlier?
about
Who knows?
Seattle? Maybe you could do a vlog series about
That
you
was
going
from
to
the
some
pre-stream
music
today,
clubs in
never mind.
Seattle that has a
Nice.
colorful music scene. And that is from Stephen Fawn.
Stephen Fawn, Steve of the Dead.
Good
coming in.
question. And
good
you know
question,
what?
Steve. Go
It's
ahead.
a fair question because since we moved to
Answer the
this
question.
area 2 months ago now, we haven't gone to Seattle. That's right. We've been at home. We drove around the local area doing shopping, furnishing the house, getting my office set up, doing all this stuff. And we did not go back to Seattle.
If on time, 30 minutes, Faradox. So he won't be on time. So probably 45 minutes, honestly. That's what you're looking at.
In fact, the vlogs that you saw from Seattle from April are the only vlogs we've done. It's the only time
How
we've been in
often
the
do
actual
normal
city of
people
Seattle.
go to
We're
a
actually
big
on the
city that they
outskirts.
live near?
So
now,
the good news is,
I mean,
week from
sometimes,
tomorrow.
not 0 times. That's what he's done.
So August
Yeah, not 0
29th,
times,
Yeah.
but like you go when you first move there, and then you might go like a couple times a year, right? And then
Yeah, but shocking. We haven't been there yet.
There will be no gameplay streaming on August 29th.
What?
The reason being, we are celebrating Leanna's birthday. We're heading into the city of Seattle.
Sweet 16. It's a big one.
I know that it's a death wish because PAX Prime is going down that weekend, and there's going to be insane amounts of traffic in Seattle that weekend. I know. But we're venturing into Seattle that day. We're going to be doing some fun stuff, including possibly going to the zoo. We're
I like the way he
gonna
says
go out to dinner.
venturing in, like it's an expedition of
Well,
some
you know,
sort.
there are a lot of urbans there. So he is, for him, it is venturing in.
Somewhere nice. We
True,
made
true.
reservations
He's
at a
traveling a
nice
foreign land as far as he's concerned in Seattle.
place, and we may just do a little bit of
Might not
vlogging
make
and
it
shopping
back.
in the area as well. So there will be more Seattle vlogs coming a week from tomorrow, and that's going to be the content you're going to see that day. There probably will be gameplay videos uploaded to DSP Gaming, but they'll be from
You
earlier
wanna
in
get
the
a
week,
taste
stuff
of
that
one
I've
of
already
those?
done. Okay.
Oh, please take us on a little.
You want to
A little
get some of those,
staycation.
guys? Okay, DSP, Seattle. Let's see. Let's see. What do we got here? So this was Seattle 2014 day trip, arrival at the hotel. That sounds pretty good to me. Here we go. This is for Leanna's birthday in Seattle. Look how many fucking Blu-rays did we need? That was a thumbnail. Yeah. All right, we'll go back there.
Manual,
Oh, yeah, this is house hunting. My bad. This is April. I'm a douchebag. Thanks for saying that, Mr. Dr. Inspector Larry. Failure. Seattle trip, house hunting, day trip, house hunting. When's the not house hunting? Hang on. Seattle 2016. When did they go? Did they go in 2014? I hope so.
He said there would be some videos, I thought.
It's an old vlog one. All right, I'll look. All right, well, let's play this. Let's not make sure we finish this. I'll find it, though. Don't worry.
Yeah, let this play. I'll make sure to say okay
There you go.
right every once in a while.
The upcoming stuff. And just so everyone knows as well, we are planning to start attending things in Seattle, including Emerald City Comic Con, which is the very first convention that's going to be here that we're able to attend.
All right, so it is... Oh, okay, I think I've seen this somewhere. Okay, so this is the title of these are all Seattle Trip 2014. This is our it's House Hunting Venture. God damn it! That's not the one I wanted.
Which one was he playing? Those goofy ass arcade games.
I think that's in the house hunting. Here is a trip to the zoo that they promised here. Oh yeah, well, in celebration of my girlfriend Leanna's birthday. This is footage from our visit to the Woodland Park Zoo.
All right, so this is up close and personal with the monkey that we saw on the tree before.
Oh, thank God. I was just dying to meet the monkey.
It looked like it was, but it is good. Hey. Hey, you. Excuse me.
I wish I knew what his name was.
Excuse me.
Jeffrey. His name is Jeffrey now. Jeffrey.
Excuse me.
Jeffrey.
My favorite part about going to the zoo is the people yelling at the animals,
yelling
obviously.
At the animals, telling
Big
the police to look. Yeah.
No, Jeffrey's in the back, the giraffe. See him?
Oh, and there's a zebra in the back, too.
Oh, yeah, he just walked up.
But right now we are focused on Jeffrey.
I like how they all live together and they,
Yeah, they cohabitate because none of them are really predators.
Nope.
Okay, as you can see, it's pretty rough, man. Okay, let's see this one. The title caught my attention. It's Sad Gorilla Warning, Very Sad. Let's see if we agree with that.
You know, for the record, I think it's really cute that he took his daughter to the zoo. Okay, just it might be a little cringe in retrospect, but it was a good idea. Wholesome.
How is this sad? Let's see.
Gorillas.
Man.
He's sleeping.
That is asleep.
It's all the zoo, actually. Every single thing is about the zoo.
It's crazy.
That's all they did was go to the zoo.
Like, all the videos are zoo shit. I was hoping to see more, but no, it's just that they went to the fucking zoo and that's that.
Didn't even get any food vlogs. What we ate today? Come on.
Doesn't look like it. Where's the sadness?
Living there, like, oh shit, crazy. In parts of the world, you go into the woods and all of a sudden, when these things are living there, you're like, oh shit. Poor guy.
Big brain
That's
take.
the sad part.
He's very tired.
Looks so sad.
He's just sitting there.
Chilling, having a nice afternoon.
It does look pretty sad, though. What's wrong, little guy? Well, not little.
Little, as big as you.
Well, I am little. Oh, someone stirs. Oh.
This is such clickbait bullshit, by the way. Look at this, guys. That's the title. Sad Gorilla Warning, Very Sad. Such clickbait bullshit.
Actually, nothing is happening for a minute.
Yeah, I know.
And 37 seconds.
They're just sitting there. He's sleeping. He's having fun.
Back to now.
Wish I was sleeping. That would be fun.
Yeah.
The sad gorillas.
See what?
Maybe he's part of the Planet of the Apes. He's coming up with a plan to
He's
escape it.
projecting, I guess.
Leanna
Even
comedy.
onto the gorillas.
Leanna comedy is very rough.
I ate the last banana. Oh no.
That's what his issue
I was pulling a DSP and not listening to her and just talking over her.
That's the right
I think this is the strat.
That's the right move.
Or bananas.
Maybe he's sad that his friend is asleep. I I still think he's cute, though.
Makes me sad.
Why? Okay, warning, very sad, guys. That was very sad. All right, anyways. That was a horrible field trip. Wish we didn't
because,
go.
you know, we can buy tickets. The tickets go on sale.
Leanna's comedy is too rough. DSP's trying to make it funny. It's not funny there either. Very bad field trip.
September 1st, we're going to buy tickets, and we're going to be there in March of next year. That's really probably going to be the first public event we're going to be at where we can meet up with people and also just kind of do a vlogging of a convention in this area.
Which convention?
And we're going to be able to attend because Old City Comic Con, which is the very first convention that's going to be here that we're able to attend because, you know, we can buy tickets.
City Comic-Con.
The tickets go on sale September 1st. We're going to buy tickets, and we're going to be there.
Oh, yes, he did. He did.
That's really probably...
He did. You are felted. Emerald City Comic Con 2015. He did, but he went as a free man.
That's the point.
He went as a free man, not as a he's not a presenter or anything. He's a free man.
All right, so we are at Emerald City Comic Con. This is the main floor, floor 4. As you can see all around us, crazy kinds of costumes. This is actually the cosplay area where people are forming to help themselves basically with their costumes and stuff. They have costume repair area and stuff like that.
Help themselves to costumes?
Show floor is this way.
I guess. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. I've never been to nothing like this, so...
Got a guy glowing over here. I don't know what he's supposed to be.
He's like waiting, like, hope there's people, hope I don't get swarmed by people for autographs here, Leanna. It might happen, so just be careful. I don't need to cosplay. I am just being DSP gaming.
I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem.
We got a bootleg Link posing with this guy with the glowing costume.
A bootleg Link.
Yes.
Brother, what did you come as?
What do you think cosplaying
what outfit
is?
are you wearing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Spider-Man.
Deadpool.
Sexy Mario.
Yeah, I'm seeing
It's
that.
so
I'm
different
seeing
from
that.
how it used
Ooh, is that Shiva? I think we saw Shiva there. Hang on. Ooh, it looks like it. All right.
Different from how it used to be. Yeah, that was a katana. It's so different from how it used to be. It used to be like this was the fringe thing. Now it's become so mainstream. I mean, this place
Oh, Kitana. Sorry. You know, they all mixed together for me.
is packed, literally packed.
Not an MK. Enjoy
So we're
your
gonna end the
eyes.
show floor.
No, not. Okay, there we go. So he did go to that one.
Probably going to be the first public event we're going to be at where we can meet up with people and also just kind of do vlogging of the convention.
Yes, I'm sure
in this
that
area.
happened everywhere there.
All right,
sorts
now
of
real
things,
quick,
Matt.
a few Twitter questions and we'll wrap up this episode.
Okay.
From Myth Known as JD. He says, in WWE 2K15, there may be a My Career mode similar...
No, I wasn't talking about Asian-style women. I meant, like, hot fighting game characters from Mortal Kombat. That's what I meant. Come on.
...to My Player in the NBA games. What would you like
I just know I like them. I don't need anything else.
seeing it? I would definitely like
That's
to
why
see
you had to
amazing
bring
amounts
Chew
of customization.
here. That way she wouldn't get lost.
No, that's not true.
I would like to see storyline setup, so you can say what kind of storylines you want to be involved in if it's possible, or cool simulated storylines that are already there that they throw you into. I would definitely like to see variety in gameplay. Can you do tag team matches? Can you be in the Royal Rumble? Can you do all the different events over the course of the year and be involved in them like a top WWE guy?
No.
Versus in previous
A lot of
years,
funny
it was
stuff
kind of
in
like you're
chat.
stuck
Not
in the
reading
story. Oh, it's the Royal Rumble, but you're not in the Rumble.
I'm
You're
reading
having
it
a
out.
stupid
Not happening.
tag team match against two rivals.
I don't
That
hear
was
the
really
question.
dumb.
I do
We're
not
talking
care.
about wrestling, I think. So better
It'd
off
be
reading the
interesting to
chat.
see what
really.
exactly they do with this. Can you have a manager? That'd be cool. You have a manager with you
Yeah,
the
that'd be
whole time.
cool.
I don't know.
Awesome.
It would
I'm
be
very
cool.
interested to see what they
this
do
is
with it
the
this
career
year
mode
on
for
the
the
new
new WWE
consoles,
game.
and
That's-
we'll leave it at that.
That'd be awesome.
All right,
Okay.
next question is
would
from
be super
Travis
cool if they
Jones
did that.
39. Says, are you going to play Resident Evil 3 anytime this year? The answer, quite honestly, is no. I am not
No,
going to be playing
obviously.
Resident Evil 3 this year.
Other
Just like
games.
I'm not going to be playing Jack 3, Ratchet and Clank 3, Devil May Cry 2.
Yep.
I played a few games from those collections this year. That's going to be it for this year. Now we're heading into the hardcore gaming season. It's going to be far too busy to play any others
Too
of those
busy.
series. But there's always next year.
That's what I
when you
said. There's
know
too many
there's
games
tons of
coming out.
downtime, and I can return to
We're
those
way
games.
too busy.
Okay.
Too busy, dumb fuck.
Next question from
But it's
Stephen
about time
Williams. He says,
management,
How is
idiots.
Pandalee's
You need to be
job
better
hunt
at it.
going? I'll be honest with you. It's hit or miss. She did get offered 2 jobs. One job was unfortunately an hour away. It's hit or miss. She did get offered
So the Anna with 2 jobs. Let's hear.
for 2 jobs. One job was unfortunately an hour away driving, so she couldn't take that one.
Damn.
Then she got offered an overnight stocker's job at a local business, to
Philip, we're making her do an overnight stocking job.
which she turned it down because she would literally have to be asleep when I'm awake and awake when I'm asleep. She'd have to completely change her sleep schedule. On her
She also weighs about 100 pounds, so...
days off, she wouldn't be able to spend time with me because her
Does that
sleep
play a part
schedule
into changing sleep schedule?
I mean, no, but I'm saying about stocking job. Like, you gotta
about
pick stuff up.
stocking.
Yeah, stocking.
It's like, I don't know that affects your sleep schedule.
They changed her sleep schedule.
Oh, yeah, overnight stalker is probably Walmart. Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking too deeply about it. Like, it's not like she's not in a warehouse, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Her days off,
she's driving the forklift around, putting shit on shelves.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, she's not in the warehouse. My apologies.
Be able to spend time with me because her sleep schedule screwed up and she wouldn't be awake when I am. It was just not worth it for what it was. If this was like a management level position where she was getting paid tons of money, yeah, it would have been made sense for her to take the job. In this case, it was a really kind of just like entry level position. It didn't make sense. So the job hunt continues. I know she's still flying around for different places, and obviously we're hoping, fingers crossed, that things turn out well. She gets an interview at a place that she likes, and we go from there. Okay. Next question. Oh, this was from the Arid Lord. He says, "Do you have plans for a Christmas special this year? And if so, we'll use your green screen." I'm going to be honest with everyone. I have absolutely no thought in my head yet about the Christmas special. Do I want to do a Christmas special? Absolutely. Yes. Am I planning on doing one? Yes. Every year I do one. I will do
I want to make $1 million? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Christmas related. I don't know what the hell the special will be because
remember, Arid Lord's the guy that stopped by his house in Connecticut. Uninvited, by the way, and Philip gave him one of his fight sticks when he visited there. So
honestly, I've been so.
Which is also a positive thing that DSP did. Nobody forget. Okay, well, write it down in the history books.
Uninvited. When I say uninvited, I mean he was invited to do something, but they never hammered down the date. But Air Raid Lord just said, "Well, I'm coming anyway." Doomer Ziggy or Frog Machine, please correct me if I'm wrong. Or Mr. Hut Stuff, I saw you as well. I did a Air Raid Lord special on this channel, but I can't remember exactly the details because there's a lot there.
Yeah, it's been a while now. I do remember watching that one.
He wrote a book as well, which I promised I would read at some point, but I've not made that happen yet. I will at some point.
Busy.
The Lightbringer? What's the name of it? I forget his book name.
I don't know because I only heard about the book like through you listening to things about it.
I'm confusing lol cows.
Knowledge to me too.
That's Linkara. Yeah, I'm confusing weirdos. The orb, yeah. The orb. Yeah. The orb. Leanna the Free, good pull.
Moving and then trying to get back into work and keep you guys entertained, and now we're going into the hardcore gaming season. I'm thinking that probably near the end of November, as things finally start to slow down, I'll start to have a better idea of exactly what it is that I want to do for a Christmas special. Yeah, absolutely. I have a green screen. I could film all over the house.
Ooh, that's fun.
So I have all these filming locations I can use now. I have a backyard, so there's a lot of potential for me to do stuff. I just have to brainstorm an idea first, and I really haven't had any ideas yet. So I'll think about it.
Could you imagine DSP filming out in his backyard with no fence?
Okay. Two more questions are all set.
Pretend.
Next question is from Sean Nicholson. It says, we'll be playing the procuredly generated game No Man's Sky.
Oh my god. Procuredly. It's procedurally. He said
what?
Yes, it's procedurally. He said procuredly.
It says we'll be playing the procuredly generated game.
Oh my god.
Procuredly. Now what could happen? Let's just play the other side of things here. It could be that the guy wrote it incorrectly, but still, he said procuredly.
No Man's Nicholson. It says we'll be playing the procuredly generated game. No Man's.
So the correct one is procedurally. So how would that look? I mean, it'd be pretty insane if he got that.
Sky, when it comes out on PS4.
So one of the, I feel like one of your jobs when you read out these questions or when you get like a super chat or whatever, you read it out is to make it comprehensive so that people can actually understand what you're saying. And if they've made an error in it, you have to try and fix it on the fly. And DSP has copied and pasted these questions and read them before. Why did he not fix it, putting it on the page? So this didn't happen. This is just sheer laziness.
And also, you'd realize that you said a word that doesn't exist at some point, you'd think.
I would hope.
But procuredly.
Next year. So I heard about this game. Apparently it takes some algorithm and using pre-existing things, it'll randomly generate a world that you play in, and in case you're flying a plane or something.
Yeah.
It seems like an interesting
with the
premise,
concept,
but I have to...
so he should be familiar with what it is, because that's all they would say about the game when they were like showing it off, and that was about the procedural generation.
Yeah, this is getting worse for him right here.
Wonder, is this a game that's going to translate into something that's fun or just really random and weird? I don't know. I'd like to see more on the game, but I am interested in it. I was intrigued by it when I heard about it at E3.
You're going to love it.
All right, and then...
Trust me,
finally,
you're going to love it.
The final...
You're going to be a big fan.
Question for this episode of Ask the King from Gaming Row.
Thank God.
Considering you're so busy now and that doing reviews takes time, will you do a video of first impressions of upcoming games?
No.
Well, let me put it this way. Sorry, I'm grabbing all the papers off the floor. I have done first impressions before when it came to certain games like Heavy Rain.
He knew that.
I believe I did one for Beyond Two Souls.
We don't need the history. He said, will you continue to do that for this year? Was the question.
I'm trying to remember if I did it for others.
He did say continue.
And people seem to like it. They like to know, gee, oh, you've only played the game for a day. What are your initial impressions of this new game or franchise or whatever it is?
He's asking if you're going to continue.
So, yeah, there's potential that if I get a chance, okay, I finished my first session of a game, I just set up the webcam real quick. I talk about what I think about it, boom, right? But I don't know. Will you do that? I don't. Yes or no? Would you prefer to see a first impressions video, or would you prefer to see a formal review afterwards? Formal reviews, yes, would take a hell of a lot more time. But it's something to think about, just along with a lot of the other ideas that I got, like movie reviews and stuff on this episode of Ask the King. I thank you guys very much for all your questions, because you're giving me new ideas of things that I could branch out and do differently that will provide better content.
We talked about the movie reviews last week on Ack the King.
All right,
and then I think he brought it up over the course of the week, actually. Yeah. I don't know if that was your doing or if that was somebody else's
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an extra long episode of Ask the King. I appreciate your patience. I thank you for being here, whether it was on stream or if it was on YouTube. Please spread the word, especially about some of the common questions that I did answer, and a lot of people wondering about the fate of certain things and things coming up, and I gave a lot of useful information in this episode, particularly in part 1. So much useful information. So please spread the word about that and check it out at your convenience. Thanks for being here. I want to let you guys know the next episode of Ask the King will be in 4 weeks' time. September, I believe it's 18th. Hold on one second. I'll give you the exact date.
Okay. Why do we need the exact date?
Grab our phone, Thursday, check the calendar.
September 18th. Will be the next episode of Ask the King. As long as everything goes fine with the gaming and the hardcore gaming season, that actually seems like it's a slower week, so it'd be the perfect week to do it. Okay. No vlog next week, everyone. I want to make that clear. Usually on Thursdays, I either do Hate Live or Ask the King. There is no vlog next week because since I'm taking Friday off to spend with my girlfriend in Seattle for her birthday, that means I have to work all day Thursday with gameplay. So no vlog next week. Thanks everyone for watching.
What are we gonna do, ALT? No Friday.
Peace out.
Channel.
Bye bye.
Okay, nailed it. Let's see. He made a lot of fucking videos from Emerald City Comic Con. Let's see. Indie artists. Okay, here we go. It says indie artists, and yes, I need this. Let's see what that means. Let's fall for the clickbait. Okay, I'm falling for the clickbait. He got my click. Here we go. Then we'll start Ask the King until he starts.
All right, so we're about to head into the third major room of Emerald City Comic Con. Again, you're going to see all artwork, which is cool.
It's cool.
I like that.
I like that.
Look at this. Awesome. Awesome independent art.
You gonna buy anything or
people
no?
I'm sure aren't published. They just try to, come here and sell their wares.
How the fuck do you know?
Walk around this room. I can't go all the way to the back because that's where the celebrities are.
Is he gonna show us anything, or are we just gonna keep walking?
Yeah,
you need to pay $60 to take a picture with one.
Yeah, you wish you had that, didn't you, when you were doing Comic-Con? I mean, conventions, didn't you, Philip? Of course, you have to shit on the artists.
Not kidding either. That's
shit on the stars.
Running price at this con: $60 to take a picture, $75 for an autograph.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minions.
That's funny.
Too bored.
Leanna with the minions
Video
and
games
Warrior.
here to the
Yep.
I mean,
watched
it is
that.
her age demographic, so.
They watched that on when it was raining at school. You know, you can't do outdoor recess, so you watch movies. They did Minions a few times for that one.
Huh? Wait, what is that? What is that? Yes!
No.
We're getting it.
No.
We're getting it. I don't care what the price is. We're getting it.
David Bowie style enjoyer, Philip.
I did not know that about him. A big Labyrinth fan?
Labyrinth fan. Yeah, there we go.
He does mention it a lot.
He does say it's a good movie.
Well,
Yeah.
it's $100.
I'll pay $200. I'll pay double what he's charging to bring that home.
Damn. That much of a David Bowie fan?
I want it above our fireplace.
Strikes me as a little particular
Dance magic.
when it comes to the
Dance,
guy.
David Bowie. Yeah, I want him on the ceiling of the bedroom. What do you think about that? Ceiling of the
What?
bedroom. Come on.
All right, you heard him.
This continues to go into what I just said about being a little peculiar.
That's gay.
All right.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
All right, we got enough of this. All right, let's start this one. We won't be able to finish it, but episode 46 will go until he starts. Do as much as we can. We got to get through these
what
sometime.
topics do we have?
Over promotion, Disney, Smash, and legalizing pot. Here we go.
Wait, Smash? Oh,
Smash
like the
Bros.
game.
Smash Bros.
Oh, I was thinking about
Hello,
MASH,
everybody.
that old man TV show. I was like, what does he have to say about that?
No.
Hello and welcome to episode 46 of Ask the King. This
Robust
episode
chain and chest hair for you, Atlas. There you go.
is for September of
You like that.
2014.
That's not for me.
And
Wait,
we
what?
have got a lot of good
I thought you liked that.
questions. Now that we've headed into the hardcore gaming season, we've got a lot of stuff that's been going on with gaming. There's a lot of good stuff to address and talk about.
I hate
I
this
want
shirt, by the
to
way.
especially thank everyone who did post
I don't
up
like the way the
questions for this
controller
episode of
design
Ask
is
the King. I
only
do
over
realize
his
that until
boobs.
No, it
I
looks
think
weird. Very
really-
weird. Very weird.
about a week ago, I didn't even mention it, so a lot of people didn't post until
It
the
just
last
is very much like, I'm a gamer. And then, this is the shirt you wear. I'm a gamer.
minute, but we did actually get a significant amount of great questions that we're going to go through right now, okay? I do want to let you know that in 1 month's time, we will be doing another episode of Ask the King.
Oh,
I've
definitely.
already put up a thread on the kingofhate.com forums for it.
Great.
Would have thought this
and you can
monthly
post
show
them
we
in
were
that
going to do
thread.
next month.
So go right ahead and start
Go
posting
right
your
ahead.
questions
Post
for next
them up.
month. Even just watching this episode, you may have some ideas for
Yeah.
next month's questions.
Oh, definitely.
So, as usual, we'll be doing this
Make
in
sure you
roughly
watch all of
half-hour
the previous
increments.
Ask the King
And
so you don't
I'm
have
hoping
the
to get done
same
within
question.
a half hour to, I'm sorry, a half hour. Within 90 minutes to 2 hours. But we got a ton
Holy
of questions,
shit.
and I do want to get through them, okay? So, let's get started. Let's
Imagine Q&A, regular Q&A show you do 2 hours. It's like locked in 2 hours. That's insane.
Jesus.
2 hour show.
stop dilly-dallying because we got to get to business here, right?
All right.
Okay.
That's with no
So the
dilly
first
dally,
question.
apparently.
On the light of the backlash against Titanfall and Destiny, do you think that certain game publishers should tone down on their advertising? It does bring more of an audience, but at
horrible.
the cost of raising everyone's expectations and being a short-term success. And that is from
What?
Ono Rub, okay, or Ana Rub. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I apologize. So this is
What does
interesting.
DSP know
Because
about
he's-
advertising, though? That's one of the aspects of a business he's never had to engage with, really.
Yeah. And like, what is this even question about? Is advertising too much bad? What?
Specifically addressing what's
Because these
happening-
games specifically did bad. They got people too interested, I guess.
Okay.
They should tailor the marketing to be as good as the game is, I suppose.
So if you don't want to oversell it in the ads, be like, well, this game's not
Yeah, give it a
that great.
5 out of 7.
Yeah.
Give it a 5 out of 10 ad if it's a 5 out of 10 game, obviously. Come on,
It's not
guys.
that
Don't
good.
try and sell your
but
game.
Just check it out, okay? Give it a shot.
this year, especially in regards
grandma
to the new
thinks it's
consoles that have
mid,
come out,
and,
PlayStation 4,
from
Xbox
the-
One, these
the
games that have
Space
been
2 ad.
incredibly over-promoted by the game companies, game publishers, whoever was responsible, and then the game gets massive expectations that it's going to be an amazing game, groundbreaking game, everyone's saying it's going to be great, and there's hype machines going on, you go on TV, there's ads,
Hype machines
buy
going
hype
on.
machines?
They're going
Where
on.
can I
on the internet,
purchase
there's ads,
those?
there's emails every day about it. and then you buy the game, and you're
Who's
like,
getting emails about video games? Real
The hype
talk?
machines.
How fucking tapped in is he to the games industry?
You buy the game, you play the game, and none of the
Emails.
stuff that was promised shows up. The two cases in point, Titanfall, which I said looked like it had promise, but it better have some innovation. It better have some really interesting stuff to it, some substance to it, and not just an online-only game with like 10 maps, and they just expect you to play the same 10 maps over and over and over. And then when the game came out, that's literally what it was. It was like a game, very limited amount of gameplay modes and maps. It was just a combination of mech combat with like double jumping, running and gunning, like Unreal Tournament style FPS gameplay, and maybe some Call of Duty elements in there. It literally was like you took 3 games, took tape. Oh, here's a new game, and it's a console exclusive. You've got to play it.
Cool tape.
So everyone bought it, played it for a week, said, what the hell is this? And within 2 months, no one ever talked about Titanfall ever again.
I accidentally slept on Titanfall because nobody told me how good it was. I feel like they didn't sell me enough. I got done dirty. No one let me know.
You didn't hear all those hype machines?
No, I must have been deaf to the hype machines. I've been around them too long. But Titanfall 2 was absolutely fantastic, and I was playing it not that long ago. There's still people playing, and it's fun.
Good day, sir. I'd like your finest hype machine, please. They're running around. You have to catch them, movie sign.
Because they made their money.
Somebody said earlier in the chat that they're right next to the lag switches. I thought that was funny.
Oh, cool shot.
The game when it launched because they bought into this hype machine, and Xbox
bought
One,
into it.
Really good exclusive Xbox One games. Gotta have it, and it fell flat on its face after a couple weeks. But again, the game developer doesn't care. They made their money. Now you've got Destiny. Oh, the next IP from Bungie. Oh my God, Bungie, who made Halo, and they're actually going MMO this time, which, okay, so a lot of people say, well, Bungie never said it was an MMO. Yeah, but they referenced it a million times. They said that it was kind of like an MMO, that it would have MMO elements. No, they didn't outright say it was an MMO, but they alluded to it 5 million times. It doesn't make it any better, okay? And then the game finally comes out. And you're like, wow.
This is a 10-hour horrible start to the episode. Let me tell you that.
Incredibly repetitive and boring. Literally no coherent story in this thing. It's like a cookie cutter story, again, stolen from other things and slapped together with tape or whatever. And it's a joke. It's a joke that
we've all earned a quick clock out tonight, honestly.
Honestly, we've earned it. You know what?
We've earned
it. And this happens every time.
Couple bad ones back to back. It's okay. You got to slog through. That's part of the fun.
Fortunately, when the new consoles come out,
I'm just curious as to what any of this has to do with the goddamn question about the marketing and hyping the game up.
I do not know. Oh, you played this with Air Raid Lord. There we go.
And then you buy it and you're so disappointed.
Okay.
So it's Air Raid
I am not
Lord's
in any way, shape, or form saying that
like
I don't think that there's going to be great games coming out. I just think that it's a very early on time.
Stunning wingspan. Look at that stunning bat wingspan.
This is an opportunity for publishers
the bingo arm span
to dupe the gamer, and that's literally what they've done. They've duped the common gamer with ads and with hype that they created, artificial hype. All right. So the question here that he asks, he says, do certain game publishers, should they tone down their advertising? Does it brings
I like that we're rereading the question. We've rattled on so long. We have to reiterate what the question. Like even he knows that we forgot the question.
He forgot it. He's like,
he probably did too.
Some of you out there might forgot the question. Hang on, let me read this again, okay? I forgot what I was talking about.
And basically creates a game that's a short-term success. Well, what you really have to think about is this. From a game publisher standpoint, do they care about the fact that they put out a quality product that everyone's going to be playing for years, or do they care that you bought the product and made the money at launch?
Yeah.
Really, when it comes to the top guys at these companies, what do you think that they care about? Oh, wow,
people
I made the best game ever, the highest rated game ever. They said it was an artistically amazing vision.
He's the guy that falls for the marketing. He's the biggest mark on the planet.
Yes, he believes the words they say when they say, like, best game ever. Like, oh my God, it's the best game ever. They said that. Can you believe that?
Yeah, he's the common gamer getting duped. He's the exact person that he's like trying to defend here, I guess, from their tactics.
Books, their financials. Oh,
I'm leading the blind,
did it make money? And that's the bottom line, is that American business is about, did it make money?
Yes.
They don't care about any kind of actual creation. What did they make? How did they make their money? Did it add anything to art, to culture, to gaming as a whole? Did they create something that's a great interactive experience? They're like, did it make money? Did it make money? Did it make money?
Yeah.
Because here's what you guys have to understand, is that the people who ran those ads, the ad that said, it's more than a game, buy Destiny, it's a life-changing experience, those guys didn't make the game. Those are those marketing geniuses who they hire out of these Ivy League schools who think that they know anything about selling a product, right? And instead of actually caring about the product, they care about selling the product and making tons of fucking money.
Yeah.
So really, with Destiny, what should have happened is they should have had a marketing plan and said, we're going to advertise what the game is. And said, a cool looting cooperative shooter with multiplayer aspects. This is a game that will have a 10-year life. When you buy this game, we have a 10-year plan where we're going to consistently give you more content over the years, and you're going to love this game. No, instead they say it's the best
How are you
game
going to
ever
fit
made,
all of that onto the
MMO
poster?
ever, the best FPS ever. You must buy it. It's a life-changing experience more than a game, and you buy it, and you're disappointed because they told you something it's not, and you bought into it. And that's the problem. American advertising.
I mean, isn't that what they're telling you when they tell you that it's, you know, it's more than a game, it's a life-changing experience, 10 years worth of content being trickled through that you're constantly experiencing with your friends? Like, I don't want to sell Destiny. I don't personally like the game, but like, you know what I'm saying? They're not fitting all that on the poster. They're just not. You're not going to put that into a commercial where you just say, guys, it's going to be a looter shooter co-op style. Like, you're not doing all that. That's not how you sell anything, period.
You don't want to lie in your advertising, but you do want to be sure to upsell everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything's the best ever, but most people on Earth understand it. That it's not the actual fact of the matter. But anyways, let's go.
Lied.
They all lied. Yeah, it
always has.
And they did say 10-year plan. Did they follow it though? Come on, because DSP doesn't follow his 10-year plans. But does oh, look at that with Jim Bigoromi. Destiny kind of did fill their 10-year plan. Did they or did they not? Come on.
It's always been like that. If you're an American,
DSP is late and hasn't showed up in chat yet. What else is new?
In particular, you have to be so cynical.
What else is fucking new?
Anything you see on TV, on an ad, anything that you
they didn't. Look at this.
People get
they
caught
didn't.
up in this shit,
oh, they
and
did.
then you get duped. And that's literally what happened with these games, right?
Okay, I don't care.
So this is
I
the
really
problem.
don't care anymore.
If you're honest and you actually advertise what your game is, will anyone buy it? Or do you lie and then sell the game? And literally that's what it's become. Create false hype, create false expectations, sell games. Instead of creating good games to sell games.
So you don't listen to the marketing,
and,
you listen to the reviewers and wait for the game to come out. Like, this is a simple solution.
Sell good games to sell games. Okay,
a lot of times it's very hard to convince people. If you want to see crap like that, stop. If you want to see Titanfall and Destiny never happen anymore, don't buy into the bullshit that these big name companies are doing. When you see a super overhyped game like that, take it with a grain of salt and judge it with a little bit of cynicism and skepticism, okay? And when you see crap like that, don't support those companies anymore. Because the bottom line is, so Bungie fucked us, lied to us completely about what their game was, we bought it and we don't like it, but then everyone's going to buy the next Bungie game, and let's face it, everyone is. Me, I'll be honest, if I wasn't playing these games to cover them, because it's my job to cover them and to show you what these games really are and to do an honest review of Destiny, which a lot of people didn't do, and when I ripped it a new asshole, all of a sudden my review gets tons of views because I'm honest about the game. You need people like me to be honest about it, so that's why I have to play it. Let me play the crap, you wait, and find out from people like me, it doesn't have to be me, from people like me if the game's good. Don't just run out and buy the next fucking game from Bungie, because the more that you do that, they will do whatever they want. They'll put out a fucking stinky turd on a disc, and you'll fucking boot it, and stinky turd the game, and you'll be playing it because you bought into the hype, and they don't care because they have your money. They have your money already. They don't care about you, the consumer, they care about this, because this is what keeps them in business.
Let DSP spend all of his money on it, but that all of his money is obviously all of your money as well. So give DSP your money so he can play the game and find out for you.
This time that's not true though. Remember, because we are just making money on ad revenue
We're
at this
still
point.
on ads and machinima on that. You're right. But later on, that'll be the
later on that becomes true. We don't even have a Patreon yet at this point, but it is starting soon though.
Don't buy into their bullshit.
Once we get those credit cards nice and racked up, then we open the Patreon. That's coming up soon.
Let people who are going to be trying this stuff out review it for you first. Watch them play it first, and then go try it for yourself if you think that it's going to be good based off of that. Don't just run out and buy the game on release day and give them your hard-earned dollar when they don't fucking deserve it. That's the only thing I could say, you know? And it sucks because advertisement is a really nasty form of deception that is basically legal. You know, who can hold them to task that they promised all these things in their advertisements?
You don't have to believe everything in advertising. You know that, right?
And then it didn't come to fruition.
Okay.
You can actively hate everything that gets advertised to you. I think that's the better way to be. If you see it on TV, fucking avoid it.
The task, the way that you can hold them to task is not supporting those companies and not buying their future games.
Makes sense?
So there you go.
Makes sense.
Okay. Next question. Hey Phil, I was wondering, have you ever gone to Disneyland before?
Hold on, I got a button here on my thing and I don't know what it is, so I'm going to try it here, okay guys? This is not a disaster, it's a planned button. I don't know what it is though. Ah, okay, that's cool. I didn't title it. I didn't title it, but there we go. Okay, we got a snore button now. Cool. I don't know how long that's been there. Okay, big ups NWO
Very,
News
very
says,
relevant to this one.
yeah. DSP hypes up his own content as something that it isn't. By his logic, we have a right to feel duped and disappointed after experiencing it. Yes, that is correct. And he also says, you guys love all this. This is the hypest thing ever. Historically, you guys have loved all my marathons, but no one actually has or said they love it, but you have loved it, so just trust me, you love this, okay? We don't oversell here. Keep that in mind.
We always under-promise and over-deliver, as the guys say. That's our MO.
Mm-hmm.
If so, what shows did you see, and did you ever meet some of the Disney characters? Would you like to go back to Disneyland again? Who's your favorite Disney character? And that's from...
Who's his favorite Disney character, Atlus? We finally got a good question. Who is his favorite Disney character? Go ahead.
Like Mufasa, because he loves the Lion King.
Yeah, I was going there too. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
Genie from Aladdin.
Ooh. I'm guessing he will say... Is it bitch to say no favorite? He'll say, I've seen many.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So many favorites, right? Simba, Goofy, Genie, Aladdin. I love so many. That's what I think he's going to say. So I made it pretty specific.
Pick,
Yeah. So that's pretty specific. So it's not a bitch boy prediction by me. Here we go.
From Tyler Simba 1. This is a funny story. This is actually an interesting question that no one's really asked me before in regards to Disney stuff, so you'll like this.
Oh, God. So Disney started in the 50s, as was the style.
When I was a kid.
So, when I was a kid, my parents...
No way. No way.
Got it. Nailed it.
So... When I was a kid, my parents wanted to go to Disneyland or Disney World. I think it's Disney. Is it Disney World? It's Disney World in Florida. They wanted to go there. Okay. Yeah. And they tried to convince me for years because I actually I had a cousin who was 5 years older than me, and female girl, who lived with me almost like my sister for a while. Eventually she moved out or whatever, and I don't really talk to her that much anymore, but she used to live with me.
That's the very rare lore there. He rarely talks about her. Rarely. But that is a reference to the person that lived with him, Melissa.
Sister for a while. Eventually she moved out or whatever, and I don't really talk to her that much anymore, but she used to live with me.
Did he say a female girl?
Female girl. For years.
No, he said female girl. He didn't say it like you guys are insinuating, but it's still funny.
I actually I had a cousin who was 5 years older than me, and female girl. Who's
female girl, yeah, female girl.
Who lived with me almost like my sister for a while. Eventually she moved out or whatever, and I don't really talk to her that much anymore, but she used to live with me.
Yeah.
And it was like having two kids. Let's go to Disneyland, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to. I was like, I don't really like the Disney characters. I wasn't into Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and all that. I was into like Looney Tunes. I loved Looney Tune adventures, and at that time I think Tiny Toons were out.
So you wouldn't go to Disney World because you liked the fucking Looney Tunes? What?
And all Warner Brothers stuff.
Yeah, that's a little silly.
A theme park. Who gives a fuck?
Stuff I was into. I wasn't into the Disney stuff.
Who cares?
So when I was a kid, my parents wanted to take me to Disney World, and I told them no, I don't want to go, and we never went.
How dented can you be? Loser. What? Go. Who cares?
Yo, and imagine listening to your kid, by the way, when he's like, yeah, I don't want to go to Disney World. Like, that's such a wild... Like, he's going to have fun regardless because of all the shit. There's rides. There are characters that he does enjoy. He loved the fucking Lion King. What are you talking about? I don't enjoy Disney movies.
Yeah, I know. He had Lion King bed set, he says. All right.
He was like 12 or some shit, right? So, like, he loved... What? All right, I'm actually
spoiled kids energy.
Smack, this DSP would say.
Spoiled kid energy, right? Turning down theme parks. Come on.
Years and years and years later. So we're talking probably, I think it was around 2002. I'm trying to remember. It was a long time ago. But I was actually in California, in Orange County, for 2 weeks for vacation, part of which was actually going to Evo that year, but part of which was just doing stuff in the area. And one of my friends who lived in California had a friend who worked at Disneyland who said he could get us in for free. Excuse me. So I actually did go to Disneyland, okay, but I wanted to do stuff, and my friend was with 2 other dudes, of course, who were like in their early 20s. They didn't want to do, oh, we don't want to go on that ride. We don't want to do this. They were trying to be like hip. Oh, that's kiddie stuff. I was like,
well, Philip's trying to get him in the teacups. Come on, guys, the teacups.
Yeah. He wants to ride the little Dumbo that goes 12 feet in the sky, comes back down.
Come on, the Haunted Manor. Just go. Let's do it. What the fuck? We're here. We might as well do it. They didn't want to do nothing. They wanted to go on a roller coaster, which I don't like roller coasters. I've never.
So no, he really was trying to get him to do fucking like kid shit, and they're like, let's ride the real rides. And he goes, guys, I don't really wanna.
Can we check out the Haunted Mansion? I mean, like, Phil, we do roller coasters.
Disney teacups of real is funny.
Please make it happen.
They wanted to go on a roller.
No, Haunted Mansion's awesome. Slime Draws Near, but it's not like intense. You know what I mean? It's definitely an awesome ride, but it's like you can see the guys wanted more intense experiences. Not just pretend there's no innuendo there. You know what I mean? They're trying to make more hype stuff, and he's saying, "No, let's do the chill stuff that you can enjoy when you're 90 years old." But they're, it doesn't mean it's bad, but it wasn't that wrong, right?
On the Haunted Manor, just go. Let's do it.
Yeah,
What the fuck? We're here. We might as well do it. They didn't want to do nothing. They wanted to go on a roller coaster, which I don't like roller coasters. I've never seen the thrill of a roller coaster.
I've never seen the thrill ride.
Yeah, like I don't feel.
If you ask him that today, he'll tell you he has enough risk in his life. He has enough drama to worry about or whatever. He doesn't have time for more. That's the real answer.
So he's too scared.
On a roller coaster, I guess what it is for me, I do have a partial fear of heights.
I'm already too scared in real life. I don't need to make myself more scared.
Yeah, too much bullshit. Quarter Demon woke up for this one.
Roller coaster already. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm so high up, and I've been on a few roller coasters. I'll be honest, and there's probably one or two that I enjoyed, but it's never
the county fair. One time, we went around in one circle. It was pretty intense.
For something that I'm like desperate to do. I don't find it entertaining. It's just for me. It's my personal preference.
So he's too scared. Gotcha.
And they wanted to go on every roller coaster, so I was like, all right, guys, you know what? You go on your roller coasters. I'll just hang out. And I kind of walked around. So we only stayed for a couple hours that day.
Solo Disney. He went with 2 other dudes and ended up being by himself. Walked around by himself.
They went on a couple roller coasters, and that was about it.
Disney. That's an odd look, honestly.
And that was our amazing trip to
walking around by
Disneyland.
himself at Disney.
Why don't you go
Maybe
have
it wasn't
fun,
at the
guys?
time, but it is now.
I'll just walk around.
And so, to answer your question, no, I've never really spent a real trip to Disney World or Disneyland. I would actually love to do that now, because now I'm an adult. I can go with Leanna, we can go, because that's the thing. There's 2 real situations where you would want to go to Disneyland or that kind of stuff. Number 1, if you're going with kids, or number 2, if you're going as like a date with your significant other. I think that would be awesome to go and check out Disneyland and all the different features at Disneyland and go on some of the cool rides and stuff. We had an absolute blast 2 years ago when we went to...
That was me and Chu's honeymoon, so get fucked, everybody.
See, that makes sense though. Like that is expensive enough to be a honeymoon.
Yeah, that was a hype trip.
Like they charge out the ass for some of them products, man. Oh my god.
And this was now we were thinking about like, all right, maybe we want to go again. It's like doubled in price since we went.
Yes,
it's insane now.
A family member of mine just went and took some of their kids down to Disney World, and after I heard the prices that some of those experiences that they had were, oh my god,
it's insanity now.
Florida, and we actually went.
Yeah, they have special stuff for honeymoons. Yep, they made it really cool. Like they go all fucking out. It costs a lot, but you get a lot for it too. But yeah, it was very fun.
To Universal Studios. At that point, we didn't go to Disney World. Okay, because we had other stuff. We had to do SeaWorld and that, and we only had limited time, and Disney World actually was a little bit further away than we would have liked, so we didn't do Disney World, but we may actually in the future go to Disneyland and check that out. Now it's funny because now I have more of an appreciation of the Disney characters now that I'm older, and I've seen so much of them and I know so much of them. And of course, when I was growing up, then they had the Disney Afternoon when I was a teenager, and that was way different. Like when I was a kid, it was like little kitty Mickey Mouse cartoons. Then they started to have like the tween cartoons, you know what I mean? And that kind of got me hooked. The Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, those cartoons were awesome. And then
I don't even know what is the Darkwing Duck even.
They were for tweens. What?
And that kind of got me hooked. The Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, those cartoons were awesome. And then, of course, The Lion King in the 1990s, which is one of my favorite, if not my favorite animated movie of all time. That kind of got me onto the Disney bandwagon. So now
so he wasn't a Lion King fan yet.
That doesn't make any sense, though, because when Lion King came out, he was what, 12?
So he had Lion King bed sheets for
when did when
year?
did Lion King come out? Okay, we should see. When did Lion King come out? I think someone said like 92, right? So that's 10, right? Lion King release date 1994. So he was 12. So they had to ask him, first of all, 12 years old, right,
Yes.
for Lion King. I mean, that's totally fine. You can like it, but like, I mean, to have your bed sheets be, it's kind of insane. But all right.
Yeah,
Anyways.
that is a bit old to be that into the Lion King. Like there's certain
You know what I'm saying?
things
I
you're
saw
out
it.
of by 12, I think.
I'm younger than DSP, as famously everyone knows. But I remember seeing Lion King, but I'm not going to get fucking bed sheets of Lion King. It's like a movie. But, you know, to that means then they asked him to go to Disney World, right? And he was young enough to say, like, I don't like Disney, so I don't want to go. What, are you 10 years old saying that? 9 years old? That's pretty insane. 9 years old, I don't care. When you tell me to go anywhere, I'm going. That's fun. You want to go
especially like in an amusement park where you're going to
Yeah.
experience, again, all of these characters and experiences, and you're going to go to the magical
cares?
world or whatever the fuck. Like,
When your choices are staying home or going somewhere that has rides, I don't give a fuck what the theme is. You know what I mean? It's like insane.
right.
To think about.
I would actually enjoy.
I would not have a choice either, to be honest. We're going. You know, my parents wouldn't ask me.
Yes, that was the real thing when I was a kid. There was actually an amusement park I didn't want to go to with my family because of the travel situation. It wasn't an option.
Yeah. It's
I
like
had a
you
good time, but it wasn't an
go.
option.
Smitty Workman Jensen says, can't convince me he didn't think Three Stooges was real. Oh, God, yeah. There's so many things I think he thought was real. He thought wrestling was real for a long time, guys. Rambo had to tell him it wasn't.
My sister's face.
Wandering Monk says he didn't want to ride the rides, he wanted to try the food. That's true, too. I like how he tried to like sneak his way into saying he didn't want to do the roller coasters. Like, yeah, come on, guys, let's do Haunted Mansion. Like, they were being kind of weird. They didn't want to do stuff. They're trying to be hip, but like, no, they wanted to do
like riding the rides.
Yeah, they want to do the hype rides. You know, they were trying to be hip. Okay, cool. Mr. Gorehouse says he stayed back to watch the strollers. Legit grandpa job at the theme park. Yep. And Nicky Russo, the cousin couldn't go to Disneyland because DSP didn't want to. I know, how fucked up is that? I didn't think about that.
That is really fucked. I would have held that against him for the rest of his life.
God. Yeah, he went to Mickey Mouse. Yeah. You know, this is the real Mickey. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure this. You know what? Are you the real Mickey? Prove it.
Probably going.
God,
to
could you imagine
like
if he
Disneyland,
did go and then he came back with the story that's like, and I fucking realized once I got there, you know, little me, 8 years old, like, these aren't even the real characters, you guys. And the whole illusion was just, it's all fake.
It's all scam. It's all fucking scam.
And so now I would actually.
And that's how they get you and steal all your money. Yeah, for
going
sure,
to something like Disneyland, and I may do so in the future. Okay.
Okay, last one. The slideshow has started, but you know, it'll be a while to be said.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Only thing he said is good evening, everyone, and that is it. Let me check Kick Chat real quick. He's banning a lot of people, apparently. No, nothing much. There we go.
All right, next question. This one's from Big Slow, and he said,
Big Slow. CC Wook Dev says DSP on Haunted Mansion will be insufferable. I bet he'd be scared. You know, it's not meant to be scary, really. It's kind of like just a chill, like you're in a fun Haunted Mansion, you know? He would be scared, I bet. I bet he would be scared. Wandering Monk says he didn't want to go because he was still butthurt over the Wolverine toy. Yeah, you never give me things I want. I'm not giving. No one gets what they want. Fuck you, Melissa. You're not going, female girl.
He is that
Hey, Phil,
vindictive female
my
girl.
brother and I are going to WrestleMania 31 next year. Congratulations on that. Because it is close
Congratulations on
to
that.
us and it is on our bucket list.
they're
And I was
having a
wondering if you
kid.
could give any advice from your experience of going to WrestleMania. Thanks for all the videos. Well,
Okay.
my WrestleMania experience, if you remember a couple of years ago, I went to WrestleMania with John Rambo.
That was hot.
Is a little different than
Loved
everyone
it.
else's. And the reason that I say that is when we went to WrestleMania, I lucked out because a fan tweeted me an exclusive code to buy like really incredibly good seats. I mean, I'm talking ringside seats. We were so effing close to every.
Has anyone looked at that WrestleMania? If it's ringside, there's a chance you could see him, isn't there? You
Yeah,
think?
see the guy?
So when we went to WrestleMania,
Sitting there with Johnny Boy.
basically we got to a certain point and we were kind of ushered in, and
You
it was
could
like a
identify
special
that
area
schnoz
with
from a
catering.
mile
Of course, the catering
away.
was incredibly
So-
expensive, and all kinds of seating and stuff that's not common for just going to WrestleMania. And that was the one-time thing. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have no desire whatsoever to ever go to WrestleMania again. After the one, I got it out of my system. I could say I was there. And
Why does he keep
it's one and
saying
done,
that? Why does
basically.
everything
Yeah.
have to get out
Okay.
of his system?
Yeah, what?
But you want to know some advice?
Everything is
I
get out
absolutely-
of my system, and I was hooked. I was addicted. He's just got a weird.
Just have
It's just
fun.
odd.
Can't have passions. He's like 20 rows back, says Mr. Dr. Inspector Larry. So, okay, well, that would be tougher then. Floor, but 20 rows back, it'd be tough.
Really good advice for you. Number one, be ready for an incredibly fucking huge line. To get into WrestleMania, even if you're hours and hours early, the line to get in takes over an hour. Because there's so many people going there and trying to file in time, it takes them an incredibly long time to just get you through the front gate. So prepare yourself. Have water ready, especially if WrestleMania is in April. It might be hot. When we went, it was actually hot outside. Have water and drinks ready. If it's cold, have appropriate gear ready. If it's raining, bring umbrellas. You're gonna be outside. You're gonna be waiting in line for a ridiculously long time.
Oh, he started. God damn it! I kind of want to. We'll pick that up next time.
Our second ever stream of Disco Elysium.
All right, we're back.
Which I am very excited to have tonight after having played it about a week
You
ago.
played this game?
What's this new shit, by the way? First, I'm seeing this new shit. We got a Metroid randomly.
Okay, so we've got this sign.
Fucking
I don't know where the sign.
Aldi neon sign here.
Yeah,
Cool.
but it's so bright. He thought it was you could adjust the brightness, but it's just an on or off. It's a 0 or a 1. So it gets so bright it blows out the camera. So we don't turn it on. We just posted it up there, obviously.
Pretty cool.
Which is cool.
Roughly for the
I never
first.
You
played
might
this game,
you
no.
might remember the thing from Metroid over there.
Yes,
I'm drawing a blank on the thing.
That is a Metroid, actually.
That's
Pretty
the
cool.
Metroid. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Apparently that was in his condo way back in the day. He used to have it in the
Alright.
background, so you might have seen that a couple times.
Pretty cool.
First
Pulled
time,
that
I
out
want
of
to say
the
it was either
storage
Sunday or
nook.
Monday night of last week, and we gave it a go, and it was so different,
Oh,
so interesting. And I was like, yes, let's do it. Let's play something different and interesting with crazy dialogue and all kinds of different themes, political, social. I mean, we keep going. The thing is, they're all set in this fan.
2-item list. All right, I got to make the counter happen now because it's so fucking crazy how often it happens. The 2-item lists. There's another one. Social, political, so much stuff.
It's political and interesting.
He did it. He did it again today on the pre-stream, talking about collecting baseball cards back in the day, and he named 2 players, the most iconic players from the New York Mets or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was in a call, and my friend who doesn't even really like this, because can he name 2 more players? Like just
No.
name any more than 2. I told him no, it doesn't work like that. You might not know, but he can only count to 2, boys.
Yep.
Crazy dialogue and all kinds of different themes, political, social. I mean, we keep going. The thing is, they're all set in this fantasy world, so it's
You
really
keep
hard to say,
going.
oh,
I'm not, but I
you know,
could.
it's trying to be like political one way or the other when the issues that the people in the game are discussing don't really exist. You know, there's no real life context to what we're going through.
Oh, look, we got Sonic
But,
now in the
it's still
division.
interesting.
That's cool.
Never really played a game like that before. The point and click adventure genre.
Oh, the chair is now fully condomed up full time now too. It looks like. There we go.
Combined with
That's a new addition.
actual, interesting issues. So
I didn't
let's see
notice
how it
it
goes
earlier,
tonight.
but I
Our
usually
second
audio
stream.
style.
Yeah.
I actually got an email
Oh,
from someone who really likes the game and wanted to give me some tips and
Tricks.
kind of like heads up for it. So I'm actually going to read that out as we start playing
Classic
tonight.
genre
Oh,
videos,
God.
tips and heads
So I
up.
hope you're all doing
for the
well
new
and ready
game
to chill.
release.
Remember, this game will have a lot of opportunity for chill, even though, yes, there's going to be a lot of exploration and
a lot of opportunity
dialogue.
for chill.
We'll be able to talk between all of that, and it should be pretty good. Okay?
Okay. So, and by the way, I could tell
So I-
from Kick Chat that he had to stall to get the goal this morning, and as soon as he hit the goal, he clocked out. So that's what Kick Chat said. So I trust
That
him.
you will join me tonight, hang out with me for the extent of the stream, as long as you
My
can
internet
stay.
went out for like an
It
hour
will be
once
an
it started
interactive chill
gameplay.
one for
so I had
sure.
to
That's
miss.
kind of the point.
That's lucky.
And it should be a good one. Okay?
All right.
Cool. Slayer,
Oh,
how
he
are you
didn't-
tonight? 42 months as a member. Says today is a day of celebration after Ramadan. So you made it through once again. Congrats, my friend. And I hope you had a good celebration day, or you're actually just starting your celebration day. That's right. It's the morning for you. What's up, King Michael? Good evening. How are you? How's it going?
How's it going? All right, anyone else? Anything else to talk about? Or
you got 340 people watching DSP. I think it's go time. That's I don't know
340. Why? 340.
That's what I'm saying. Like we need to go.
Odd.
We need to get to the gameplay.
That's oddly high. Like something's going on.
We hit the goal earlier, just so everyone knows.
Oh, thank God.
We hit the goal for the premiere of Inzoi earlier today. That's right. Earlier today, I did a Audible. I did not play the Fatal Fury beta for 2 reasons. Right. Number one, because I was only going to be able to play it one stream, and sadly, one stream wouldn't have been enough for me to really learn too much about the new characters in the game. And number two, because the FGC completely ruined it. They hacked it, they broke it apart, they microanalyzed it, and basically, they already put all the tech of the game on the internet, all the meta. So everyone is like playing at crazy level, high-ass 60, 70%, 100% combos in some cases, playing like try-hard idiots. It's the beta. The game's not even out yet. They've already ruined the fucking game.
So you want to try it or no?
So I really had no real desire
ALT,
to play
pay attention.
it today.
That's why you played Inzoi. They're playing Dollhouse Simulator,
put all over the
okay?
internet. I was like,
shout out to
wow,
they've people sent me the clip of him making his character, said it's crazy. We'll probably watch that tomorrow. I haven't seen it yet, but people said it's good.
Completely proved my point about how they ruin everything with their overzealousness and their inability to understand that spoiling an entire game on the internet before it's even out is a waste of time, and that they're just ruining their own community. They just don't get it. They're that stupid. So after that, I was like, I don't want to play it anymore. And people were like, well, what about this game Inzoi? It came out when you last week, and you didn't play it. No, pushing my hair back like this is not a tick. My hair's screwed up, as you can see. For some reason,
I'm
trust
pushing
me,
my
it is.
hairline back, idiot.
Trust me, it is a tick, actually. Big ups to Pasta Maker says he's going to read tips about the game sent from a fan, but remember, fighting games are being ruined by tips and trick videos. Yep, it makes sense. Yep, it's different.
Reason today, my hair is overly greasy.
You sound like a hater.
And my hair's screwed up, as you can see. For some reason today, my hair is overly greasy.
Might want to wash it. Might help.
And
some reason.
It's not really...
Might want to give it a shot.
As fluffy as it usually would be, so it's not even. It's kind of bothering me.
If
it doesn't bother you guys, then I
off.
won't touch it. I'm trying to get it even, but it ain't really staying down.
You might want to wash it. I don't know.
So we played Inzoi instead.
Give
about
it a
2.5 hours of Inzoi. Admittedly, the whole first hour took forever to make the character because we tried to make him look like me. He got close, still off, but was kind of close, I would say.
Okay, kind of close. I'll be the judge of that.
And basically, after that, we played for an hour and a half, and it was getting good. Like I had a job that I didn't go to yet, but I was going to go to. There's a fairgrounds with like a park that we were going to go to and go on rides.
Whoa.
And things like that.
Cool.
And I was like, oh, this is great. And then we ran out of time. So I feel like the next time we play it later this week, it'll probably be much better. But for an intro to a game, it just seemed like The Sims with a bunch of extra stuff added. It was more complicated than The Sims.
Okay. That's The Sims.
And I was starting to enjoy myself.
Oh, I liked The Sims at one point.
What's up, Game Boy?
Which one did you get into? What did you jump on that train?
I enjoyed 2 through like the early life of 4.
Oh, okay.
Evening, good to have you here.
I played Sims, the first Sims 2, obviously, and then I played the online Sims for a while. That was fun, but yeah. A bit of Slender Wallaby.
I like building the houses. Is actually
that's my favorite too.
Part. I could do that forever.
Yep, building the house was
the only reason I'm interested in this Inzoi game is because I want to fucking build houses.
Big ups, ALT. I'm 1.5 hours behind. The only place to watch esports is on ESPN8 The Ocho. Hell yeah, brother. We love you. ESPN8 The Ocho.
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
I'm doing good.
Does anyone have any questions?
Asking.
Anything you'd like to talk about before we jump into Disco Elysium? And by the way, last time we played Disco Elysium, the support was outstandingly crazy, strong, over the top, good.
So
I was incredibly pleased.
We're doing that again
last week. I have no clue how it's going to go this week. All right. I mean, last week was kind of a one-off thing, maybe. I don't know. There were some people there that claimed that they were there just for Disco Elysium. But who knows if they're going to be here this week.
Yes.
Hopefully you guys will support.
That is not a joke. That is absolutely what kept me into that game.
The stream. Hopefully we can hit another goal because we hit it earlier.
I wouldn't do it's a long story. It's story for a different day. I've told it on stream before, though.
We're on our way to 90
I don't know that I'm
goals
old
hit,
enough
which
to
will
hear
be
this story. Maybe
I
we should.
I was way too young to play it and I didn't know that stuff happened online. My parents didn't either, but I was like, oh my God, I was way too young for it, but it was fun. Let me tell you, it was
He tries
fun.
it, the Minecraft meal from McDonald's.
Let me tell you, it was fun. I wasn't even doing anything yet. I was just talking. I promise I was not cranking any hogs. I was just talking like, oh my God, this is the fucking best.
It's out on the 1st of April.
Just like the
I'm hoping
attention,
to do it maybe
folks.
by the end of
Imagine
this
that.
week. However, what was I going to say? Excuse me. Tomorrow is our next DSP Tries It reward. Technically, it should have been today, but there was no way that I could do it.
Not
because
intentionally, but I'm sure I was.
Do it today was closed. You don't know.
Oh, ALT, you didn't watch the pre-stream today. You missed the fucking goddamn 10-minute Chick-fil-A discussion. Because believe it or not, they're closed on Sunday. Huh?
Chick-fil-A is a
Who would've
Christian
thought?
business, and therefore they are closed on Sundays. So there's no way I could have had it today.
And
so
he
we're
had to
doing it tomorrow
explain to the
after my
entire
Adam Fall
audience
stream,
why they're
okay?
closed. Like everyone on the planet doesn't know.
Oh,
You're doing is this a full day of like solemn prayers for you, Slayer? Since it is the end of the Ramadan time of the year. Dinner was good. It was breakfast for dinner. My wife made homemade French toast, scrambled eggs, and turkey bacon, and it was super duper delicious and good. And it was a great dinner.
Great dinner. We loved it.
Felted. Breakfast for dinner, brother. You love it.
We play the game.
No.
Okay.
We'll get there eventually.
Figured I'd ask.
Not paused. Hello. Okay. Well, we got Samus. We got some Metroid hype in the background. Oh, Super Nintendo rolling. What else we got back there?
Let's get some early support. We've got no Kino entry with our first contribution of the night, a gifted sub over on Kick. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
FYI, today and then tomorrow are the last 2 days of March, so anything that you contribute today and tomorrow will count, and I will get paid for it basically next month. So it would be great to get some final big pushes here.
Okay.
Particularly tonight, if we can hit the goal, that would help me a ton. And will give us our big head start on our goals for the week. So I hope that we can hit the goal tonight. So that's $5 from no Kino entry. Now, who will be the first super chatter of the night? Who will be the first tipper of the night? And who will be the first person to either become a member or gift a membership on YouTube? That membership from Slayer was not a fresh one, so it doesn't count towards the stream.
Son of a bitch. God damn it.
Okay. Get back in the glue factory.
Ryan says that's the reason Cat will unfind religion. No, that's not true.
Let's go.
Let's go, guys. Pick it up. Come on. Pick it up.
Right now.
What happened to DSP Throwback? The channel is on an indefinite hiatus. I can give you full details about that on the podcast tomorrow. I don't want to go into it today. It's a combination of factors between
we wait till the
cost,
gameplay seal.
Actual interest.
But we do count anonymous tips. Yes, we do. We do count those. We don't count troll tips, but we do count anonymous tips.
An engagement and one of the editors having to go on hiatus. So because of 3 things that are kind of going on at once, we haven't really worked on the channel. I'm not even kidding you.
He had to go on hiatus, or
because of 3 things.
That's the way he said it.
Combination of factors. About that on the podcast. SP Throwback. The channel is on an indefinite hiatus. I can give you full details about that.
It's dead. Was that in the death pool we did on that being said? I'm not sure. I'll have to check the list. I think it was,
podcast tomorrow. I don't want to go into it today. It's a combination of factors between cost, actual interest and engagement, and one of the editors having to go on hiatus. So because of 3 things that are kind of going on at once, we haven't really worked on the channel. I'm not even kidding you. You are the first person who asked.
Okay, so what?
And there hasn't been a new video over there in about a week and a half.
Okay.
So that just goes to show you there wasn't much interest in the channel anymore, at least for the restoration projects.
Oh, yeah,
we were
he was
doing.
posting everywhere.
But I can talk about that on the podcast tomorrow.
Twitter.
If you remind me and ask me, I will give you the full story on what's going on over there.
He did go rogue. And he is taking credit for that time. That being said, the video got privated we were reacting to. He took credit for that. Said, remember when I trolled him? So. And Darziak did receive money from DSP for doing his work. Who knows how much it was, but it was confirmed that he did give money.
Yeah, he said it would a full-time editing job or something like that.
Who knows? But
okay, anything else?
Anything else, guys?
No other
More money?
contributions. We're not going to get a super chat, a tip, and a membership before we start.
Nope.
By the way, new animations, if you haven't noticed, for the month.
Oh my God.
For spring, I should say. Technically, it's still March, but this is going to be all throughout April.
Whoa, brand new. I've never seen this one before, except for all those times I did.
On our Divoom Pixu 64 frame. Hope that you like them. More classic stuff that I love. Look at that, the pit. Ooh, the pit from Mortal Kombat. That's MK2, actually.
Thanks for explaining it.
Jax uppercutting Liu Kang off the pit.
Whoa, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. What is this one? Could you explain this one?
I should
What's this one?
actually get this email open because it's the first thing I'm going to do tonight.
Why don't you start it now?
Read this email.
Oh, we got to start with email reading. That's pretty fun.
Obviously, on DSP Space Gaming, we read emails.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
It's the Nintendo Switch Direct 2 Direct. Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, excuse me, is this Wednesday morning. We're going to get all our answers about it then. I don't know why you're asking me questions. I don't work for Nintendo. We'll know on Wednesday the full deal of the Switch 2's launch and its titles and all of that.
Okay.
Big Mac has our first gifted membership of the night, and it goes to A. Schraub. Thank you, Big Mac, for the support there. Let's get you up on the leaderboard.
There you go. Momentum is starting.
I could go for a Big Mac right now. Call me a Big Mac
$15
head
of
ass.
support so
but-
far.
Damn.
Again, I'm really hoping.
What's your normal order at McDonald's? Go ahead. Pretend you're at McDonald's. You're not worried about any diet or any bullshit. What's your order? Go ahead.
Am I worried about the price?
No, you got some extra cash in your pocket for some reason.
Well, shit, if I'm going crazy.
Well, you're not going crazy. You're going normal style. You're not worried about money, but you get just normal.
all right. Then I'm just gonna get like 3 or 4 McChickens, or 2 McChickens, two cheeseburgers, and then we'll get a large drink and call it a day.
No, you don't fuck around fries. No fries needed.
Nah, not really. I don't think they're worth the money. Now, what I can tell you is if you use the app, which I'm going to advocate for app
please
on
use
fast
the
food,
app.
obviously. It's worth your money.
Yes.
My local McDonald's, at least, will give you any size fries with the purchase of a drink. So you go and spend the $1.50 for the drink and you get a large fry. Now, that is kind of a deal if that's the only thing you're buying as an after-work snack or something, right? But I wouldn't recommend it as a meal. It's probably not enough. It's not good enough.
There you go.
That tonight we will have a supported night because this end of the month push is very important. And this actually did really well last time we played it. It would be great to keep that level of interest.
Okay.
So we'll see.
So it's
Slayer,
second time.
With our first super chat of the night. It is $5 Singaporean. And let's do that conversion, because I actually don't know the Singaporean conversion.
Wait, we convert Singaporean, but we don't convert Nigerian? What?
That's not bad at all.
What? It's about what?
75 cents to $1. That's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
So it's $3.73.
All you Nigerians
Thank
have
you, Slayer.
bad money.
Yeah,
That's our
fucking
first super chat of the
Nigerians,
night.
douchebags, too low. That is bad. You are
now
bad.
We just need
You
one
feel
tip
ashamed.
and we're good to go.
What? What do you mean one tip? One tip before we start. Okay. Well, we got up to our $11. Soon we
Who'll be
can
our
get
first
that.
tipper of the night. Let's find out.
Soon we can get Atlas's dream McDonald's meal.
So Slayer says today's the day of celebration.
Get a few more dollars.
There was a point when my mom.
Yeah.
There was a point when my mom was working a second job at McDonald's, and when we got slid the free food, boy, I put it away. I was eating. I could eat 6,000 calories in one sitting, boss.
Easy.
I'm not
well,
joking.
back in those days, man, not even a problem. Dude, when I was back in my day, we had Wednesdays where it was like 10-cent hamburgers. Oh, mama. We would go through them like it was nothing.
Idilfitri.
That's what we're doing, like 2 days in football and shit, man. You could eat whatever the fuck you want. None of us are gaining fucking weight, man. 2 days in football.
Right. Well, that was the thing. When you're growing and you're playing sports, you can do whatever. Who cares?
Who cares?
Which is a day of celebration of the fasting, a day of forgiveness with family and friends. So after the entire month of fasting
no leather
for
helmets.
Ramadan,
No,
now today is the day
helmets.
of... Oh, it's over.
No leather
right?
helmets.
So
No
pray
helmets at
day.
all. That
Do you
was
also have a big
too
feast at the
soon.
end? Like a big celebratory feast?
I remember the coach and stuff, like, try to eat healthy, guys, you know, in between practices. We're straight to
Fuck
McDonald's, pounding Cokes.
Yeah.
And then we wonder why we're tired as shit the whole time.
Like a big celebratory feast?
The only sports athletes that actually had to eat right were the wrestlers. Everybody else could do whatever they wanted, really.
Yeah.
Ooh, sweaty. Because we do, like Christians who have Lent, then you have Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and then Easter Sunday. And then on Easter Sunday, it's expected that you have like a feast with your family.
Okay, nailed it. Thank you, Philip.
Explained Easter. Thanks, DSP.
Don't Be Koala asks, is Kick payout good compared to YouTube, which is better? It depends. For example, when the first month or two that I was streaming here on Kick, it was insane because everyone was like doing Kick subs. So it was wild.
Because Kino Casino still liked you.
You have to understand that on YouTube, outside of the YouTube contributions, which are super chats and memberships, I also have ad revenue. And I have something like 80,000+ videos on YouTube. So even though maybe any particular month I may not have a lot of views on new content, I still have all of these residual views that I get on my old ad monetized videos.
All of the pennies from the individual videos.
And I do make some good money on YouTube every month. So basically, it's a weird combination. Like I would say, some months on YouTube are much better. Other months, Kick is better. And then sometimes it's a blend. Like right now, because of the fall,
I would be curious to see what he actually turns his profit on videos that are like 7 years old, right? Like how often is that even making him a penny? Yeah, it's got to be never.
Nothing. Yeah.
That a lot of their supporters left. I guarantee you that Kick is going to plummet for a bit.
Oh, by the way, my official prediction of Kick was March 31st of 2025. So my prediction would be tomorrow. If he quits Kick, then I win. But I don't think it's going to happen.
It will. But
I would think that it would have to be soon. I said that on my own stream, but Jesus Christ, there's just no reason. Just get it. It's a problem.
I stay the course and I maintain with what I'm doing. I will build up a consistent Kick viewership that actually supports my content.
That's not going to happen. Thank you.
From Kino Casino.
Yes.
Right now, we do have a handful of people, I would argue like 10 people, who do regularly contribute on Kick via gifted subs. And then I have something like 70, 80 recurring regular subs on Kick that are subbed themselves.
I have 10 people that support me on Kick.
But he's not beholden, obviously.
He can name them all. So we got this. We got Jim. We got Bill. We got Dumpy Koala. Anyone else? You remember?
I have 85 actual recurring subscribers. And then on top of that, I get gifted subs. So it all depends. It really does. It depends on many different factors. We'll see how that looks in a month. Just how profitable Kick remains to be.
We'll see how that looks in a month.
The good news is I'm not really limiting myself by streaming on Kick. It's not like, because I'm streaming on Kick, I'm missing out on doing something else. It's just an added thing, so I see no reason to stop using Kick right now.
Yeah, but how much money has to stop coming in before it's not worth him dealing with the chat? Right?
But I guarantee you we're going to see a big dip. For example,
here we go.
One of the biggest supporters was Dank Sneed Pimp, who was Darkside Pimp, who was Dr. Lexus, and he hasn't been around now for about a week and a half. Because
when he's gone, it's over. That's what I think. When he's done, when he's legitimately done, which it sounds like he is, it's over. I mean, there's no. I mean, I know it's no point, but he will say fuck it at some point. Like it's just not worth it,
Casino supporter, and he ain't gonna be around. I feel he did one big bomb a week and a half ago, and that was it. We haven't seen him since. I don't think he's coming back.
Joke,
and there's a few others that are like
the 221.
You know what I mean? That they were here because they like the casino, so then they watch my stuff, and then it's kind of like, well, what are you gonna do? The falling out happened. It's life. So,
well, what falling out?
Life?
You said it
That's not been my life.
It was a master plan. I thought. I thought it was a master plan.
So the SJB97, it looks like. Subscribe to the channel. This is not a gifted
I like that he's
sub. I don't believe. I think this is a legit subscription.
He went back on that.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Like pretend he never said that.
Yes, it is an official resub.
Yeah, and every time he's talked about him since, they basically snaked me. Is how he explains the situation now.
It's amazing.
So thank you to the SJB for a resub tonight.
All right,
that is very much appreciated, and that will count towards our goals for tonight.
Wow, banned word is
much appreciated.
Ashton is also banned, and I just saw it get moderated. Ashton is it's a banned word on Kick. I just saw it typed and then banned immediately. Like too fast to be a real human doing that.
Count towards our goals for tonight.
Ashton's a banned word. Andy, I'm sure, is a banned word. I know Kino is a banned word already.
Archmage, I have no idea if the virtual casino stake would be sustainable long term or not. I don't know anything about it, honestly. The good news is I don't have all my eggs in one basket. To be frank, that's probably
can't
why.
Say candy. You can't say candy because Andy's banned.
Oh my god.
Try Ashton. That might work. Ashton and Andy are my friends. That'll work. Oh, Magic
you think he banned triple P spelled out?
Oh yeah. Just say like triple different letters and see. Magic Short Bus says
Bet you
for
Triple
Atlus's Big Mac
XL's
goal.
not banned.
I don't think
thank you
so.
so
A
much.
little apprehensive about trying to do anything full time on
Sandy,
Kick. Like
Dandy, Mandy.
right now, I could qualify for the Kick partnership, meaning I would stream exclusively on Kick. They would pay me to stream. They would probably offer me that sponsorship. They would offer me the credits to gamble and stuff. But do you really want to put all your content, all your streaming content in one place when they could go under and it might not work anymore? Probably not.
That's
right?
why they offer
That's
you
why I
the
haven't really,
different
done
deal
it.
with the hourly pay, so you're guaranteed some sort of money while you're there.
They get you the
Okay.
benefit.
Kind of the whole deal.
I received a
dumbass.
$5 tip
All right.
from Slayer. We have a big feast we cook to eat, which is traditional lontong or rice cakes with different dishes. I will share some of the photos during this festive period. We have different confectionaries that we eat. We visit family and friends to spend
I'm already
time.
hungry
We also
now.
forgive each other for the past year if they've done anything wrong. It's traditionally only for one day, but we celebrate for a whole month. Awesome.
Sounds
Pretty
great.
neat
Thanks
to
for the
learn about
tips.
different cultural celebrations. Because man,
Great.
that's
More tips.
different from anything that we
I
do
really don't
here.
even know what you're supposed to respond to
Thank
that,
you,
in all
Slayer.
honesty.
Yeah,
That is
sorry.
our top. So now you're the
That's what I meant. Some drink. My drink went down the wrong pipe. Hold on.
The Benjamin too hard, folks.
Oh, God.
ALT's officially hit the Pentagon,
okay.
and it was too hard.
Yeah, the when they banned, if you say a banned word, doesn't mean you're banned. Just means that you got that comment got auto moderated.
top
Correct.
super chatter and the top
My bad.
tipper tonight.
God damn it, Slayer. Oh God, Slayer.
Well, Slayer, just so you know, I have absolutely nothing to forgive you for. You've been a good to me in the
What?
last year, so I don't feel like I have to forgive you
I
for
don't know
anything.
where that
Hopefully you
came
feel
from.
the same
What?
about me. But if I've wronged you in any way, I apologize, and I hope you'll forgive me. There you go.
Well, okay, we're pre-apologizing.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that the new strategy? It's like when you get pre-pardoned, you get.
Yeah. People are trying to get PWR talk going here. Carrots for Barrett right there.
No, I'm not doing a live react to the Nintendo Direct. They do their directs way too early in the morning. I'll wake up and get caught up on it, and then I'll talk about it on the show. The only thing I'm hoping is they're not like, during the Nintendo Direct, that's when the pre-orders will go live, and therefore you had to be up at like 6 or 7 in the morning in
Why
order to
not?
pre-order the Switch 2. That's going to piss me off. Because if I don't get it, then I'm going to be like, well, fuck them.
Okay.
I guess we'll see what
He's going
happens.
to be pissed off because he wasn't willing to wake up early enough, even though there's a potential that could happen, and it is in regards to his job that he does for a living.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the hardcores will be able to get it because they wake their ass up.
Okay. Shall we now get started here?
Yeah.
I think we should.
Please.
Let's get set up here. What's up,
And then
Vietnamese
Slayer can
comrade?
give
Good
us
evening.
$5 with
Yeah.
pictures of his food or whatever, and then we can
Yes.
all go home.
Get everything going.
Let's get everything going.
Why did I stop drinking coffee at the beginning of the night stream? I drink it before the night stream. I had a cup
Oh,
already before I
felt
even
it.
came up here.
Now what?
There you go.
That's the most grandpa behavior, by the way, to need to drink coffee at like fucking. What time even is
It's
it
better
for
this
him?
way because
7
I can drink the
o'clock in
coffee.
order
I
to
drink
stream
it right,
till
like
10?
around
Are we
between
serious?
5:30, 6 p.m.
Oh, here,
And then
listen.
I come up here and I start work like tonight. I did 2 highlight. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Tonight I did 2 highlight clips from the podcast. I did the
Whoa.
thumbnails for them, and then I was able to brush my teeth and get everything ready and start the stream.
I was able to brush my teeth.
Drinking coffee during the stream, it means that coffee stuck on my teeth
He
all
brushed
night.
his
and I'm
teeth
not brushing
after
them or
the
nothing.
coffee?
That's acid on your teeth. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Acid
it's better
on your
to,
teeth.
to
You're
do it all early and
legitimately
nice and ready.
supposed to wait a certain amount of time after you drink your coffee as to not spread the acid in and literally have it like absorbed. It's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I know you're supposed
Sure.
to do that, but I mean, I brush my teeth when I wake up, and I can't be bothered again until nighttime.
For
to be
when the
honest.
stream starts.
I know it's right. I know it's bad, but I'm a 2 times a day guy. That's all I can do. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm responsible for. Atlas, what about you? You 3 times a day? Don't give me that shit.
I'm not doing it 3 times a day. Nah,
Yeah,
I drink
what?
my coffee at work. If I have coffee
Yeah.
breath at work, you're standing too fucking
yeah,
close.
fuck them. Fuck them.
Parts, rather than have to figure all that out on the fly and then forget about it, which I used to do. I used to just totally forget. Okay. You're absolutely right. I flipped my camera and put it on the left to not cover up the text. Thank you for reminding me there, Dunce Felter.
Thank you, Dunsfelter.
Sorry for the insanely disgusting belch.
Nick DMS says floss. No, Chew got me on these little pick things that are like they have a little piece of string.
That's
like
the way I prefer
it. Yeah, I like it. I would never floss, but those things make it not so bad. I'm down with that.
How's that? And then I'm going to be sitting like
it's
this.
It's floss, but it's like a new system. But it is wasteful. It's a lot of waste. You're right, Twerk. Respect.
Yeah, it's a lot of plastic you're throwing away, but
I don't
you
give
can
a shit.
grab one on the way out and do it in the car while you're driving. So
I don't do that, but I do the picks. Yes.
Okay, I bet you clean your entire windshield off too if it snows in order to drive. I bet you're a coward.
That's not true. I do make sure I have enough sight.
Do you have the
holes
Minecraft McDonald's meal already?
Yeah, 2 eye holes. That's the way it should be.
Cotton candy ice cream is disgusting, man. Oh.
What?
Their ice cream.
Here we go. Ready? You can't even call it ice cream because it's not enough milk content. Ready? Here we go. I've heard this 20 times.
McDonald's is already disgusting. And imagine now it's cotton candy flavored. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, is that true?
It made me want to barf.
I'd be down with that. I love fake cotton candy taste.
I also love fake cotton candy taste.
All right, let's hook this sucker up.
Is that true?
I've got a sweet tooth like no other. It can't be sweet, like artificially sweet at all. I don't care.
It's real, bros. It's real. The cotton candy twister is real. Look at this. Oh, mama. You are into this.
It's like the real ice cream cone. I thought it was going to be like a McFlurry or something.
Well, I would enjoy that too, but I'm not against this. Cotton candy
You probably
twister.
want too much, real talk.
I'll give it a shot and let you know know what I think some point.
Yeah,
videos
please,
I make of it completely
know.
unmonetizable on YouTube. For some reason, the makers of this game sell their soundtrack and made it copyright claimable on YouTube.
Good.
So as I play this game, I will not make $1 on the videos.
Okay, who cares?
So again, that's another good reason if you could support the stream tonight with contributions to make it viable. I would really appreciate that because I'm making nothing on the playthrough on demand.
Yeah, I would normally make $2 on this. So
okay.
I would normally make $3 on this playthrough if I'm lucky, because it's not even that because it's not part 1. So please donate $150 to make up for that. Thank you. Really awesome of you guys out there. Thank you.
Another thing you might have missed from the pre-stream, I just seen it mentioned in his chat. Ralph, he got on today and said that the Smart Guys with Ralph was the most watched, most talked about, most commentated, most restreamed episode of all time or something like that, which is kind of crazy considering everybody that I talked to didn't even bother to watch it or even restream it.
Well, he says a lot of stuff.
Kind of crazy.
I think he kind of just says whatever he wants and doesn't really care about the truth of the matter. And also, I know that he's doing that show with Duty tomorrow, so that could be interesting. Duty and someone else, they're going to do a show together. And
with the Ralph mail?
Yes, Duty will be on that stream. And it's not like a negative thing. Like, it's definitely like, it's not, from what I've seen, like, Duty retweeted it. It's like a, yeah, let's go thing. But we'll see. That'll be tomorrow night, I think. So who knows what's going to go. We'll see as the world turns.
All right, are we ready? So before we continue...
I've been ready.
Some Gator says, Phil has to consume his body weight in calories a day to contend with the word salad he usually has. Nice. Band names tomorrow, Skeleton Bits. Tomorrow pre-stream.
Here we go.
No, none today. I know we got a lot today, though. I just want to know, like, if Duty, if Ralph is talking to Duty, that means he's never going on a DSP show again, right? Like,
unless
never.
he goes up there and makes a complete ass out of himself in DSP's name, I guess. But is that really what he's gonna do? You know,
I think like Ralph knows he might not be getting another shot, kind of, and then like I'm not gonna be on there again, so I might as well make as much of an explosion as I can, I guess. But who knows? We'll see.
That Smart Guys was terrible, though. No doubt about that.
Oh,
okay, here we go.
Everyone
ready,
knows
everyone?
That. All right, show started now.
Good evening, everyone. Remember a week ago when I played one of the most unique games I've ever played? Well, it was called Disco Elysium.
We are on the clock.
I remembered because we're back, and it's time now to continue with Disco Elysium. For
I don't think so, but who knows? I don't think that's going to happen.
Very unique point-and-click adventure game with unique dialogue. And
I mean, it's a tried and true strategy.
Now,
the casino obviously laid out the groundwork.
I played last week. A bunch of people have contacted me telling me they're actually happy that I'm playing this game because it is such a unique game and it stands out among so many other games as a completely unique experience. Someone went through the trouble of writing me this incredible, long, interesting, helpful email that I want to read as we begin tonight to let you know some mechanics that basically the game doesn't explain. All right? So,
okay. Sure.
Just listen to this.
Go ahead.
Number 1, don't just immediately try any white check that you see in the game. Even though you can try them again later, sometimes failing them results in taking damage, but that's really not the main reason. The main reason is that trying other dialogue options first, such as to get more information, can confer bonuses that then make that white check easier to pass.
Okay.
That said, the reverse is also true.
An email
For instance,
guide
if you say
now?
something that will make an informant wary,
Yeah.
He's
literally telling DSP how
actually
to navigate the conversation in order to play optimal.
When you unequip your pants and shoes, you'll have a much easier time passing that jump from the rooftop. Remember, there was a jump down to get like a coat?
Okay.
So you're saying, since I unequipped my pants and my shoes, now number 1. And remember, we didn't realize that these equipable items like clothing were actually doing stat increases or decreases per bit. It took us a while to figure that out.
Okay, so we're not even starting the game now. We're just reading it.
Number 2.
Okay.
Some red
reading
checks
the
come up at the
email
end of
is
the
what
game.
we're opening.
Much like
He said that. You remember?
Analysis. If it seems like you're not going to get another chance at a red check,
I know it was
generally
a while
teams can boost your
ago.
chances in that moment and then take that plunge. Number 3, each of your
And
cans
this is why we
looking at right
can't
now,
have
take a look
fun
at the
with
screen. It
games
says
anymore.
L,
This is
L,
why
R.
we
You see that,
can't
right?
actually experience them and have memorable moments, and why every time somebody asks us what games we enjoyed this year, we can't remember. This is why.
Correct.
So each of your cans can actually equip an item. You need to have an item equipped in order to use it. When you go back to the dumpster and you try to get it open, the check will be extremely tough, but if you put the crowbar in your hand, which we have right there, it's called the pry bar, then it will be much easier. On a related note, you got a flashlight, here it is. Partway into your second video, be sure to equip that in any dark areas to see better. So there you go. Awesome. Number 4, you did eventually need to go back to the hanging murder victim, or you do need to go back to the hanging murder victim. There actually is a check to see if you can pass and not throw up. You won't be able to properly investigate the corpse unless you do the check. To be specific, you can still investigate even if you fail the check, but you have to do it no matter what, but I won't spoil any further. I thought we were done with the body, so there you go. Apparently we have to go back to the body. We didn't even finish it. Number 5, you're still on the first day.
We
You're still
already
in the intro of the game. It's actually a very long game.
back
The way
to
that
the
the time
body.
works in this Elysium is that wandering around will run the clock slightly. But most time passing happens via lines of NPC dialogue specifically. Each line has a set amount of time that it makes pass. Don't let this discourage you from chatting it up with anyone. You're limited more by budget than time, and this makes no sense now, but will actually make sense later. And by getting through dialogue, you earn experience points. We've seen that. Just having conversations, I level up.
Wow.
6, you've given the player character a thought to mull over. That was the last thing we did on the last stream. We had a conversation about race, theory, whatever it was, with this guy.
This is 3x.
Right? Okay. Basically, you put thoughts to your character's brain that we did last time.
4x.
That's a crazy email.
Lastly, you said lastly.
They posted the mute emoji or like GIF
in real life
picture.
politics, so it's not like they're gonna actually reference right or
Moon
left
Knight
wing
saying this
stuff.
person needs to
They're not gonna
fuck
reference
right
any real life people or politicians or anything like that. So, there you go.
Okay.
What's pretty crazy about this is, if you didn't know the video game, you wouldn't need to know any of that. That's pretty nuts. This game has that level of complexity to it. Like, I didn't understand that you have to put stuff in your hands to use it. I didn't get that now that I took the
I didn't know I have to equip things to my hand to use them.
So I thought maybe I could go do that savoir-faire check.
How else do you use items in these RPGs?
Okay.
You use the
Remember
weapon
last time
from
you
your
had to measure it?
inventory?
Hang on, I have to equip things to use them? What? Now, this is different. This is pretty different.
Never
Hold
played a
on.
game like this.
Could you send me an email?
We're pretty much done. So I guess now we can get out of here. This door doesn't open, right?
A game
What do you
that's
think was longer, that email or the question that we saw on the paper earlier?
That he said was too long? Yeah. Stephen Hawking said, a game that's based on learning on your own, by the way. No. You get emails sent to you. It's much better, more fun. Willow the Kid says, can we revisit him being a valedictorian, how much him and his mom must have worked those teachers over every grade? I bet Mama B had hand blisters. I mean, a very small school. Remember that. A lot of sports players. So just, keep that in mind. But yeah, who knows?
The pool wasn't big.
Not saying you're wrong, Willow.
Come back to Measurehead later, I guess.
Idiotic email. Nice way to spoil gameplay, says Lucy. Thanks for ruining our playthrough, Dunce.
We didn't go in here yet, did we? Oh, yes, we did. This was the
And it's true. Like, all of those experiences of discovering those things and having that moment is genuinely taken away from DSP and his audience from here on out.
Look at that. Let's play this unique game, but let a viewer tell me everything about it.
Yep, this is the shop.
One of the emotes has a banned word in it, says Dunsfelter, so it's getting banned. It's getting moderated.
And we might come back here later, but we did everything we could in here, right? Okay.
Nice.
All right, so let's backtrack now and look for some other stuff to do. This is the whatchamacallit. What's up? We talked to them, correct? I guess we have to go back and do more stuff over here.
Right.
John M with a $5 super chat says, what is a YouTube editor? I don't know. What are you talking about?
Uh-oh.
A YouTube editor?
Trying to
if it's
talk
what I
about
think you're talking
Darziak.
about, any time that you do a stream or you upload a video to YouTube, after it sits there in it processes for a while, it allows you to then
God, he's actually talking about the YouTube editor, though.
That's not true.
Music.
Yeah.
You can edit all kinds of stuff on it. For example, let's say your video gets claimed for music. You can use the YouTube editor to try to
I like that he's playing this
music.
game with a controller,
or,
though.
Let's say, for example, your video has one particular word that isn't allowed on YouTube.
Extensive.
You go back and just edit out that 2 seconds of your video rather than having to actually run it through a real independent video editor outside of YouTube. Get it? So if that's what you mean. I'm not sure. Your question wasn't super specific, but that's what I think the YouTube editor is, if that's what you're talking about. Okay. Thank you for that. We're at $26 of support. As I said earlier, 2 things. Number 1, last week when we played this game, it was incredibly supportive. I'm not expecting that every week, but man, it would sure be great to hit a goal.
Third time we said this in the first, 15 minutes we've been on?
Closer to our reward of the Minecraft McDonald's meal of DSP tries it later on this week. But also, FYI, the music of this game 100% gets claimed on YouTube.
Okay.
I
Second
make
time we
absolutely
said
nothing
this.
on these videos on demand or on the stream when it comes to ad
Turn
revenue.
the
It all gets
music
claimed.
off.
The only revenue I'm getting from this playthrough
If we're
is the
gonna
stream.
cry
Super
about
chats,
it.
memberships, subs, tips. That's it. I can't make anything else on this game. So I really would appreciate it if you guys could support to the stream tonight, okay? All right. So now there's a dumpster that we can open. What is this? Anything? No.
Jamal on Kick Reformed. Remember that guy, Jamal?
Yes.
Someone has a name, Jamal on Kick Reformed. Crypto 32123 says DSP discovering things with no guide. Nice one, Atlus. Honestly,
This is how we get to the dead body in. Now, where was that dumpster?
I try my best.
What is this?
I like to think outside of the box every now and then.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hi.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime,
Reform.
Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Okay, well, that's kind of unique.
Whoa.
That's kind of unique.
Hold your horses.
Failure. Encyclopedia said it was a failure. Well, that sucks.
Nice.
What meal am I getting tomorrow, Cracker Jacks? We're getting the new Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich from Chick-fil-A and a dragon fruit-based drink. I just don't know which one yet.
Nice.
Maybe we'll look at the menu on the podcast.
You guys are excited about that.
I'm
You
having
love
fun. I love the first 2.5 hours, Turtle Dude, but I've got the chance to play it when we play it again. I'm looking forward to it. What's going on, Mega Man X? How are you tonight?
What's up, Mega Man X?
Okay.
Hey.
I know all these things.
All right, man, this sucks. This is why we do this
I know all
game,
these
by
things
the
I
way,
do, goddammit.
because...
Are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while.
It's supposed to suck. It's the
look at my
funny
super
part.
questions.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
I'll try to answer any
You
questions
love
you
this.
have. I hope they're about books.
This is his bread and butter. This is what the people show up for. They're supposed to.
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store.
That's always the most
Sir.
interesting
All
part
missing
to
stock.
me.
Weird name,
Is
huh?
that
Yeah.
this
How's it
is
going, guys?
supposed to
Let me
be
know if I
it.
okay, because I don't know. I apologize. It looks pretty low, actually.
This is the content that's meaningful and positive.
The girl gazes
everyone
the window in her
comes
eyes,
for.
Joel, as if remembering
Feel
something.
free to step in and
This
browse
is
our
what
wares.
pays the bills.
You're saying
This
there's
is
a
what
couple
made
colours?
us white hot popular. This is what the people keep coming back for.
Right. I should have over the store owner. So
Can we get more spoilers, please?
No, I should have over the store
Oh, no, no, sir. I'm happy to help my lonely customers. Besides, I have
The guy needs to send another email.
What's your
Yeah.
name? Should you be at school? What is the crime business? What is romance? Should you be at school?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help mum keep this place running.
Homeschooled. Is it school more important than this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
Jeez. Hold on. What on earth? Ladies and gentlemen, I received an incredibly
Please.
generous. Are you ready for this? I
Tip?
can't believe this.
Please.
I received
Right.
a $130 tip.
There you go. We're
Let's
out of
go.
here.
I don't even give a fuck.
Okay, everybody. Hope you enjoy your time here today. We are out of here. That is how we roll.
Out.
That is how we roll around these parts. Atlus, what do you got coming up for this week? Let us know. Come on.
Expecting a stream Saturday. I promise no videos anymore.
No
You know what
promise
it is.
videos. That's your fault. Your fault.
It's not. It's DSP's fault, but it's fine. We'll make a video one day, and then you'll
One
all
day.
be like, "Whoa, that's crazy."
There we go.
Anyway.
But I'll see you tomorrow for the pre-show, everybody. Thanks for chilling. We should have some fun stuff to go over tomorrow, but we'll see. No promises. But you're all legends. Thanks for joining us. Oh, I'll do the call-in show outro because we couldn't do the call-in show for the last 2 weeks because Saturday was busy. But I'll do the call-in show outro for you, okay? Thanks, everybody, for chilling. See you tomorrow. Bye.